What if the stars above us are more than distant lights in the night sky? What if they are gateways, whispers of something greater, pulling us toward the unknown? The cosmos, vast and endless, has always called to those who dare to dream beyond the horizon. Tonight, we drift beyond the limits of what is known, carried by the gentle currents of space, letting the universe unfold before us in waves of light and mystery. This is not a journey of answers, but of questions. Questions that stretch across the void like the trails of distant galaxies. Questions that dissolve in the glow of dying stars. Questions that linger at the edge of existence. As we leave behind the familiar glow of our sun, the last golden warmth of home fading in the distance, we are embraced by the silence of the universe. It is not an empty silence, but one filled with possibility, with stories written in stardust and time itself. The stars, scattered like cosmic lanterns, guide our path deeper into the unknown, their gentle radiance a reminder of the endless wonder that lies ahead. We drift past the orbit of Neptune, the outer guardian of our solar system, where sunlight is but a distant whisper. Beyond lies the Oort cloud, a frozen sea of ancient comets, remnants from the birth of the solar system. They drift in an eternal slumber, waiting for the rare moment when one is nudged inward, embarking on a slow journey toward the warmth of the sun. These icy travelers have witnessed the cosmos in ways we cannot yet comprehend, silent observers of time's great unfolding. But we do not linger here. Our voyage is one of endless motion, of weightless surrender to the currents of the star. As we glide further, the boundaries of our solar system dissolve behind us, and we enter the vast interstellar sea. It is here that the universe truly opens itself, revealing the quiet glow of distant suns and the faint, ghostly trails of long-dead supernovae. In this silent expanse, we sense the presence of something ancient. The dust of a billion stars swirls unseen, remnants of entire civilizations of light that lived and died long before our world was even formed. The atoms that make up our own existence were once forged in these celestial furnaces, scattered across the cosmos in great stellar winds, only to come together again in new worlds, new beings, new dreams. As we move through the void, the light of a distant star beckons us forward. It is a red giant, burning in its final stages of life, a star that has lived for millions of years and is now preparing for its final act. Its surface roils and shifts, casting embers of dying fire into space, illuminating the darkness with one last display of cosmic brilliance. Around it, planets drift in frozen stillness, their skies bathed in the deep crimson glow of their fading sun. One planet, in particular, catches our gaze. Its surface is smooth, covered in oceans of dark sapphire, reflecting the fading light like liquid glass. Could it have once held life? Perhaps, long ago, beneath the warmth of a younger star, something stirred within its waters, something that dreamed and wondered as we do now. The time moves forward without pause, and now it lies in quiet solitude, a relic of what once was, of what could have been. The pull of the cosmos urges us onward. Stars stretch across infinity, their gravity weaving the great cosmic web, connecting everything in a silent symphony. Each star we pass holds its own story. Some are newly born, their light still hesitant, while others are ancient, their light traveling for millions of years just to reach us now. And then ahead, something different, a region of space darker than the void itself, a nebula, thick with interstellar dust, where stars are born and die in the same breath of cosmic time. It is a place of creation, of destruction, of rebirth. Within these swirling clouds, gravity pulls together fragments of gas and dust, coaxing new suns into existence. These newborn stars, still shrouded in the remnants of their birth, will one day illuminate new worlds, perhaps even new forms of life. Time slows here, the silence deepens. We drift between the veils of dust and gas, watching as tiny embers flicker into life, each one a future sun, a future beacon in the endless night. The nebula breathes, expanding and contracting in a slow celestial rhythm, a reminder that even in the cold vacuum of space, there is movement, there is life. And yet beyond this nursery of stars, the universe stretches further still. The Milky Way, our home galaxy, spirals outward, its great arms stretching across light years, cradling billions of stars, each one a potential harbor for unseen wonders. But even our galaxy is just one among trillions, a single note in the grand cosmic symphony. We drift along the edge of the galactic plane, where the stars grow thin and the darkness expands. Here, the familiar glow of our galaxy fades, and beyond it lies the true unknown, the intergalactic void, where light itself seems hesitant to travel. What lies out there in the darkness, beyond the reach of even the brightest stars? Do other galaxies hold travelers like us, looking back across the same infinite sea, wondering if they are alone? The stars do not answer, they only shine. Drifting further into the cosmic unknown, we leave behind the familiar glow of our Milky Way. The stars that once surrounded us like a celestial ocean begin to thin, their distant light growing softer, more delicate. We cross an invisible threshold, where the known universe fades into the unfathomable expanse beyond, a realm of infinite possibility, where the fabric of space itself whispers secrets yet to be understood. As we glide through the intergalactic void, the silence here is profound, a deep and endless stillness that stretches in all directions. It is not the emptiness of absence, but the quiet fullness of a universe that has no limits, no barriers, only the eternal expansion of its own existence. The darkness is vast, yet within it, distant galaxies shimmer like distant lanterns in a sea of eternity. One such galaxy, luminous and mysterious, draws us toward it, a spiral of light spinning gracefully in the abyss, its arms unfurling like the delicate petals of a cosmic flower. The stars within it burn with an ancient fire, some in the vibrant glow of youth, others in the soft twilight of their final days. As we drift closer, the faint echoes of their celestial symphony resonate through the void, a melody played not with sound but with gravity, motion, and the dance of light itself. We move through the spiral arms, past glittering clusters of newborn stars and massive nebula where new worlds are being sculpted from dust and gas. It is here, in the heart of the galaxy, that the cycle of creation unfolds, where matter collapses under its own gravity, igniting into new suns, birthing planets, and shaping the destinies of untold celestial bodies. As we drift deeper into this luminous haven, we witness the grandeur of a binary star system. Two suns locked in an eternal orbit around one another, their fiery dance a testament to the forces that bind the cosmos together. Their light casts twin shadows on a nearby planet, a world of frozen mountains and glacial seas, bathed in the shifting hues of two celestial flames. How many wonders remain hidden on the countless worlds orbiting stars such as these? Yet, even as we marvel at the beauty before us, the universe beckons us forward, pulling us beyond the comforting glow of starlight and into a region where darkness reigns supreme. Ahead, the galactic core pulses with unseen energy, a gravitational behemoth lurking in the shadows, a supermassive black hole. We are drawn toward its presence, sensing the immense power that warps space and time around. The very fabric of reality bends here, light itself struggling to escape the event horizon, the point beyond which nothing can return. Swirling disks of luminous gas spiral into the abyss, their light stretching and twisting, creating a mesmerizing display of distorted motion. Beyond this threshold lies the unknown. The laws of physics as we understand them begin to unravel. Space folds in upon itself. Time stretches and slows. Do black holes serve as the gateways to hidden realms, or do they mark the final destination of all that enters them? We hover at the precipice, peering into the darkness, feeling the pull of the infinite, before gently drifting away, carried once more by the unseen currents of the cosmos. As we emerge from the gravitational shadow, we find ourselves at the edge of the galaxy, where the spiral arms fade into the dark ocean of intergalactic space. The familiar glow of countless stars is now but a distant memory, and ahead of us lies a void so vast that even the nearest galaxies seem like faint whispers against the backdrop of eternity. Here in the silence, we sense something profound. The sheer scale of the universe, stretching far beyond what we can perceive. The cosmic web, an intricate lattice of galaxies and dark matter, extends in all directions, connecting the universe like the threads of a great cosmic tapestry. The strands of this web, invisible to the naked eye, guide the motion of galaxies, shaping the very structure of existence. As we drift through this unseen network, we glimpse the grand design of the cosmos, galaxies flowing like rivers, clustering in great superstructures, drawn together by forces beyond our comprehension. Some of these galaxies have existed since the dawn of time, their light traveling for billions of years to reach us, a message from the past carried across the currents of space. And yet, even as we marvel at the vastness before us, we cannot help but wonder what lies beyond the furthest galaxies, beyond the reach of our instruments, beyond even the limits of what light can tell us. Does the universe continue without end, or does it curve back upon itself, an infinite loop of time and space? The answers remain elusive, waiting in the unseen corners of the cosmos, beyond the grasp of our current understanding. We drift onward, weightless and free, lost in the stars yet found in the wonder of it all. Beyond the luminous spirals of familiar galaxies, where light has traveled for billions of years to reach us, we drift into an even deeper unknown. The cosmos stretches before us like an endless ocean, rippling with unseen forces, whispering secrets of forgotten realms. As we push forward, the warmth of starlight fades behind us, and we enter a space where darkness is not the absence of light, but a presence all its own. Here, in the void between galaxies, time feels different, stretched and quiet, as if the universe itself is holding its breath. There is no sound, no movement, only the gentle pull of unseen forces, guiding us toward the mysteries that lie beyond the limits of human understanding. Stars that once glowed with comforting light now seem impossibly distant, mere pinpricks against the vast cosmic tapestry. The air, though there is none, feels thinner, the silence heavier, as if the universe is whispering to itself in a language we can barely comprehend. In this deep solitude, a faint shimmer emerges on the horizon of space, a ghostly glow like an ember from a long-forgotten fire. We approach cautiously, drawn toward it by curiosity and wonder. As we near, we realize we are witnessing one of the rarest sights in the universe, a rogue planet, drifting through the intergalactic abyss, untethered from any star, wandering alone through eternity. This world, cast out from its home system eons ago, is a frozen, silent relic of a time long past, without a sun to warm it. Its surface is locked in eternal night, its atmosphere a thick, shrouded veil of mystery. And yet, even in this solitude, life may endure. Beneath miles of ice, deep within hidden oceans warmed by the planet's own core, creatures unlike anything we have ever imagined may be thriving, their existence unknown to the rest of the universe. We drift over the surface, tracing the frozen mountain ranges and vast, desolate plains. Cracks in the ice reveal glimpses of the world below, a place untouched by sunlight, an ecosystem built upon the faint glow of geothermal vents. What stories would these frozen waters tell, if only we could listen? What life forms might move in the darkness, their forms adapted to a world without light, guided only by the bioluminescent pulses of unseen creatures beneath the ice. And yet, this is just one world among billions, a single note in the cosmic symphony. Beyond this lonely planet, the darkness deepens once more. We travel further into the great cosmic unknown, where even the galaxies themselves seem like distant fireflies, their glow swallowed by the vastness of space. It is here, in the silent reaches beyond the visible universe, that we encounter something truly extraordinary, a region of space unlike any other, an immense void stretching for hundreds of millions of light years, empty beyond comprehension. It is known as the Bootes Void, one of the largest known cosmic voids, a place where galaxies are inexplicably absent, where the fabric of space itself seems to have been left unfinished. How can such a vast emptiness exist? Is this a place where the universe never formed properly? A forgotten corner of existence, untouched by the great cosmic web? Or could something even stranger be at play? Some theories suggest that the Bootes Void was shaped by something beyond our comprehension. A force or event so ancient that its traces have nearly vanished, leaving only this vast silent chasm behind. If one were to cross this void, it would take hundreds of millions of years, even at the speed of light. It is a place of pure emptiness. A cosmic desert where not even the faintest wisps of interstellar dust disturb the silence. But perhaps silence does not mean absence. Could something dwell here, hidden in the darkness, an ancient force, a long-extinguished civilization, a forgotten chapter in the universe's history? The more we look, the more we realize how little we understand. The void does not give us answers, only more questions. But that is the nature of the cosmos. It is a place of infinite mystery, forever just beyond our grasp, urging us onward, deeper into the unknown. As we drift through this abyss, we feel the weight of the unknown pressing in around us. It is not a hostile force, but a presence, a reminder that the universe is far greater, far stranger than we can yet fathom. There are places beyond even our wildest dreams, realms where the laws of physics may bend in ways we have not yet discovered, where time itself may flow differently, where the very nature of existence takes on forms we cannot yet perceive. We leave the Bootes Void behind, yet its silence lingers with us, a quiet reminder of the limits of human knowledge. And then, ahead, a new light emerges, dim at first, barely perceptible, but growing steadily brighter. It is not a star nor a galaxy, but something more ancient, more powerful. We are approaching the remnants of a long-dead quasar, a beacon from a time when the universe was still young, when galaxies burned with a ferocity unimaginable today. This ancient quasar, its brilliant light now faded, was once the heart of a monstrous black hole, devouring matter at an unfathomable rate, shining across billions of light years. Even now, long after its prime, the echoes of its radiation ripple through space. Streams of energy, faint but persistent, stretch outward like the afterglow of a distant fire, whispering tales of a wilder universe, when cosmic forces raged unchecked, sculpting the galaxies into the forms we see today. This quasar is a relic of an era when the universe itself was untamed, when the first galaxies collided in spectacular bursts of energy, giving birth to the celestial structures that would shape the cosmos for billions of years. It is a reminder that everything we see, every star, every planet, every atom, has been forged in the fires of time, shaped by forces beyond comprehension, carried forward by the ceaseless expansion of space. As we continue our journey, we find ourselves reflecting on all that we have seen. A lonely rogue planet, drifting in eternal darkness. A void, so vast it defies explanation. The afterglow of a quasar, a relic of the universe's turbulent youth. These are just fragments of a greater whole, pieces of a puzzle whose edges extend beyond the reach of our understanding. We are lost in the stars, yet never truly lost, only ever seeking, ever exploring, ever dreaming. Drifting ever deeper into the boundless night, we leave behind the relics of forgotten quasars and cosmic voids. Sailing further into the unseen, the universe stretches ahead like an open book, its pages written in the silent glow of distant galaxies, in the soft pulse of dying stars, in the quiet hum of ancient radiation lingering from creation itself. Here, where light has barely reached, where time itself feels stretched thin, we begin to sense something, an echo, a whisper carried by the fabric of space-time. At first, it is nothing but the faintest ripple, an almost imperceptible tremor in the stillness of the void. But as we drift closer, we realize we are approaching a place where reality itself bends and warps, where the very structure of existence is woven into strange, delicate patterns. We have arrived at the outer edges of a gravitational wave, a silent pulse stretching across the cosmos, the ripple of an event so cataclysmic that its echoes still move through the universe. Millions, even billions of years later, gravitational waves, first predicted by Einstein over a century ago, are the universe's way of carrying forth the memory of violent cosmic collisions. They travel not through matter but through space itself, stretching and compressing the very fabric of reality. These waves are born when the universe stirs, when black holes merge in a final spiraling embrace, when neutron stars collide, sending bursts of energy rippling through the void. We follow the wave carried by its gentle undulations, moving toward its source. It leads us deeper, to the heart of a place where cosmic forces rage and churn in a silent ballet of destruction and rebirth. And then in the distance we see it, a binary black hole system, locked in an eternal dance. Two immense black holes, each millions of times the mass of the sun, orbit one another with a slow, inexorable pull, their immense gravity bending space into impossible shapes. Time itself slows near their event horizons, stretching seconds into eternity. With every revolution, they spiral closer, their orbits decaying as they draw toward an inevitable collision. An event that will send a final wave through the universe, a silent ripple that will outlast even the stars. But what happens inside? What lies beyond the event horizon? That forbidden boundary where light itself cannot escape. Some say it is the end, a singularity, a point of infinite density, where space and time collapse into nothingness. Others whisper of a bridge, a tunnel through reality itself, leading to another place, another universe, another beginning. We watch as the two black holes move closer still, their immense gravity distorting the very space between them, their edges bending and stretching like liquid shadows. And then collision. In an instant, the two become one. A new black hole, more massive, more powerful, sending out a final gravitational wave, a ripple that will travel the cosmos for all eternity. And then silent. We leave this place behind, the echo of its creation still humming faintly in the distance, and move toward calmer waters. Ahead, a great nebula unfolds before us, a swirling tapestry of gas and dust, glowing with the warm embrace of new light. This is a stellar nursery, a place where stars are born, where the remnants of past generations gather and collapse under their own gravity, igniting into new celestial fire. We drift among the newborn stars, each one a promise, a future world waiting to be formed. Around them, dust and debris swirl in slow spirals, coalescing into planets yet to be shaped, into moons yet to feel the pull of tides, into systems that may one day cradle light. Some of these planets will remain barren, endless deserts of rock and ice, while others will find themselves at the perfect distance from their stars, their surfaces warmed just enough for oceans to form, for clouds to gather, for the slow and patient work of life to begin. Perhaps somewhere in this nebula, a world is forming, where life will one day look up at the stars and wonder, as we do now, what lies beyond. Perhaps somewhere in this great cosmic sea, another mind will one day dream of drifting through the universe, just as we do now. And yet, for all we have seen, for all we have come to understand, the universe remains vast, beyond comprehension, a mystery too grand to be unraveled in a single lifetime, in a single journey. It is an endless expanse, forever unfolding, forever calling to us with the quiet promise of the unknown. We move forward once more, carried by the currents of space, ever deeper into the great cosmic dream. We float onward, carried effortlessly by the quiet, invisible currents of the cosmos. The endless black sea of interstellar space stretches before us, vast and unknowable, yet filled with the faint, distant shimmer of stars scattered like dust across eternity. We are travelers now, unbound by time, unshackled from the weight of gravity, drifting through the grand, silent symphony of the universe. Ahead, a new wonder emerges from the darkness. A sprawling spiral galaxy, its luminous arms twisting outward in delicate sweeping arcs. It is a sight both familiar and foreign. A distant cousin of our own Milky Way, yet entirely unique in its structure, its composition, its hidden stories waiting to be uncovered. As we glide closer, the stars grow larger, their warm glow welcoming us like beacons in the night. Their light has traveled across unthinkable distances to reach us, whispering tales of their ancient origins. Some of these stars are young, burning bright with the fire of newfound existence, while others are in their twilight years, their fuel nearly spent, their glow fading ever so slowly. A colossal red giant looms ahead, its bloated form pulsating with the remnants of its once youthful energy. This dying star has swollen to 100 times its original size, its outer layers expanding outward in waves of heated plasma. Soon, it will shed its outer shell, sending tendrils of gas drifting into space to form a nebula. A beautiful and haunting farewell before its core collapses into a dense, smoldering ember. A white dwarf. Beyond this aging giant, we find a blue supergiant, a star so massive and luminous that it outshines its neighbors with an almost ethereal brilliance. Its surface roils with violent storms of plasma, its core a raging inferno of fusion, churning elements heavier than hydrogen and helium into being. One day, this star will meet a dramatic end, collapsing under its own immense gravity and exploding in a supernova. A celestial event so powerful that for a brief moment, it will outshine the entire galaxy that cradles it. Stars live and die, their light flickering across the tapestry of the cosmos, like candle flames in an eternal wind. But their deaths are not the end. From the ashes of their destruction, new worlds are born, forged in the crucible of their final fiery moments. We drift further, beyond the glowing heart of the spiral galaxy, into the quiet outskirts where planets circle their stars in patient, unbroken orbits. Some are barren, lifeless rocks scarred by asteroid impacts and radiation. Others are gas giants, their swirling atmospheres painting them in bands of vibrant color. Their immense gravity pulling moons into their embrace like cosmic children held close. But among them, nestled within the habitable warmth of their sun's gentle glow, we find something rare, an ocean world, its surface a vast, uninterrupted expanse of water, glistening beneath the light of twin moons. Here the tides ebb and flow, in a slow, rhythmic dance, their movement dictated by the gravitational pull of the celestial bodies that orbit above. Could this world cradle life? Could unseen creatures drift beneath its rolling waves, their silent existence mirroring our own journey through the stars? We linger for a moment, watching as clouds gather on the horizon, storms forming in slow motion, lightning arcing across the water's surface like celestial veins of fire. The notion of alien life has long fascinated humankind. With billions of stars in the galaxy, each with their own potential planetary systems, the odds seem impossible to ignore. Perhaps, somewhere out there, intelligent life looks up at its own sky and wonders if it is alone. Perhaps, civilizations rise and fall like the stars themselves, their legacies written in the very light that travels between galaxies, crossing the chasms of time and space. As we move forward, we find ourselves drawn to a curious sight, a rogue planet, an orphaned world wandering alone through interstellar space. It has no sun to call home, no light to guide its way. It drifts endlessly in the cold void, wrapped in a shroud of eternal darkness. And yet, it is not lifeless. Deep beneath its frozen surface, locked away from the killing cold of space, a hidden ocean churns, heated by the internal forces of the planet's core. Strange forms of life may dwell here, feeding off the energy of geothermal vents, thriving in an environment we once thought impossible. Life, it seems, is relentless. It finds a way, even in the most unexpected places. As we watch the lonely world disappear into the distance, we reflect on our own place in the grand scheme of the universe. We are but travelers, fleeting visitors in a cosmos that existed long before us and will continue long after we are gone. But our curiosity, our hunger for knowledge, our endless yearning to explore, these are the things that make us part of the fabric of the universe itself. Ahead, the great cosmic web unfolds, a sprawling, interconnected structure of galaxies, bound together by invisible filaments of dark matter. From this perspective, the universe resembles neurons in a vast, celestial brain, each galaxy a glowing node, each connection a path of unseen energy. We are part of something greater than we can ever truly comprehend. And yet, even in this vastness, the most profound mysteries remain unanswered. What lies beyond the edges of the observable universe? Is space truly infinite, stretching outward without end? Or does it curve back on itself, a cosmic loop with no true beginning or end? We may never know the answers, but perhaps that is the beauty of it all. The questions themselves are what drive us forward, what push us to dream, to seek, to lose ourselves in the wonder of the stars. The journey continues, the stars above calling us ever onward. We drift onward, carried by unseen currents, through the great cosmic expanse, venturing deeper into the endless void where light itself seems hesitant to travel. Behind us, the familiar glow of galaxies fades into a soft haze, and ahead the darkness thickens, expanding like an ocean without shores. There is no up or down here, no directions to follow. Only the steady hum of space unfolding before us. The vast silence of the universe is not empty, though it may seem so. It is filled with whispers, subtle vibrations in the very fabric of space-time, echoes of ancient stars that have long since vanished, and the quiet, rhythmic pulse of cosmic forces at work. The further we journey, the more we feel as though we are drifting through a dream, suspended in the timeless breath of creation itself. Then, on the horizon of the abyss, something stirs. A faint glimmer, subtle but undeniable, emerges from the darkness, like a distant lighthouse in a boundless sea. As we approach, the glow strengthens, revealing a spectacle both beautiful and terrifying. It is a quasar, one of the brightest phenomena in the known universe, a cosmic beacon outshining entire galaxies with its blinding radiance. This celestial marvel is powered by a supermassive black hole at the heart of a distant galaxy, feeding hungrily on surrounding matter. Gas and dust swirl into its gravitational maw, spiraling inward at near light speeds, generating an unimaginable amount of energy as they fall. The sheer force of this accretion process releases immense jets of plasma, stretching for thousands of light years, shooting outward like twin beams of fire, piercing the eternal night. We drift closer, captivated by the raw, untamed power of this ancient colossus. The very air, if there were any here, would tremble at its fury. The swirling disk of matter around the black hole, known as the accretion disk, glows hotter than a million suns, a chaotic maelstrom of destruction and rebirth. It is a paradox, a place where time distorts, where gravity warps the very fabric of reality, where light struggles to escape the immense pull of the abyss. Beyond the quasar, deeper still, we find ourselves drawn toward an even greater mystery, the space between galaxies, the vast cosmic voids that stretch across the universe like silent, empty gulfs. These voids, spanning millions of light years, are some of the most enigmatic regions in existence, places where galaxies are scarce, where even the most distant stars seem hesitant to tread. Here, darkness is more than absence. It is present. It is an entity of its own, thick and all-encompassing, pressing in from all sides. Yet even in this emptiness, the cosmos whispers its secrets. Wisps of hydrogen, remnants from the early universe, linger here in near invisible tendrils, stretching for light years across the abyss. These intergalactic filaments form part of the cosmic web, the grand structure that binds the universe together, unseen but ever present. In the heart of this void, we encounter something truly astonishing. A lone, wandering planet adrift in the eternal night. It has no sun to call home, no orbit to follow, no warmth to sustain it. Yet here it is, moving silently through the darkness, carrying its own story, its own mysteries. This rogue planet, ejected from its original star system by gravitational forces long ago, has spent eons wandering the depths of interstellar space. Its surface is frozen solid, shrouded in an eternal night, but beneath its thick, icy crust, hidden oceans churn, heated by the faint glow of its internal core. These subsurface seas may cradle life, defying all odds, thriving in the unlikeliest of places. Could this planet be one of many? Could entire civilizations be hidden away beneath the ice, never knowing the warmth of a sun, existing in a world where the sky is forever black? The thought lingers as we press onward deeper into the abyss, where even time itself seems to stretch and dissolve. As we move forward, something remarkable occurs. A faint glow appears on the horizon, not the blazing fire of a quasar, nor the distant flicker of a faraway star, but something softer, more elusive. It is the cosmic microwave background, CMB, the ancient afterglow of the Big Bang, the oldest light in the universe. This faint radiation has traveled across the cosmos for nearly 14 billion years, a relic from the moment the universe became transparent, allowing photons to move freely through space. It is a map of the universe in its infancy, a snapshot of a time before galaxies, before planets, before even the first stars. It is the whisper of creation itself, echoing across eternity. Floating through this ancient glow, we are reminded of how small and fleeting our existence truly is. The universe has witnessed eons beyond human comprehension, cycles of birth and destruction spanning cosmic epochs. And yet, even as we acknowledge our insignificance, we feel an undeniable connection to it all. We are made of this universe, composed of the same elements forged in the hearts of long-dead stars. We are the cosmos, looking back upon itself, seeking understanding. The journey continues, leading us toward a sight unlike any before. A galaxy on the brink of collision. Two great spirals, each containing hundreds of billions of stars, are locked in a gravitational embrace, their arms twisting and stretching as they prepare to merge. The sheer scale of this cosmic event is staggering. Over millions of years, these galaxies will dance, their gravitational forces pulling and tearing at one another, sending streams of stars flinging into intergalactic space. Eventually they will become one, a new galaxy born from the remnants of two, reshaping the fabric of the cosmos itself. In the midst of this slow, celestial ballet, planets may be flung from their orbits, stars may be cast into the void, and yet, in the end, life may still endure. New stars will form from the gas and dust left behind. New worlds will take shape, and perhaps in some distant future, new civilizations will emerge, never knowing the violent origins of their home. We watch in silent awe as the galaxies spiral toward one another, drawn together by forces far beyond their control. It is a reminder that the universe is always in motion, always evolving, never still. There is no final destination, no end to the journey, only the eternal dance of creation and destruction. As we drift onward, the light of the merging galaxies fades behind us, swallowed once more by the deep, endless black. We are alone again, carried by the unseen tide of the cosmos, moving ever further into the great unknown. And yet there is no fear. As we drift further into the great cosmic unknown, the silence becomes more profound, more immersive. The universe is vast beyond comprehension, an ever-expanding ocean of darkness speckled with islands of light. We are voyagers without a map, carried by the unseen currents of the cosmos, watching as time itself seems to stretch and fold around us. Ahead, a faint shimmer emerges from the void, flickering like a candle in the wind. As we approach, the light reveals itself as the ghostly remnants of an ancient, dying galaxy, a stellar graveyard, a monument to time's relentless march. The stars here have long since burned through their fuel, leaving behind only white dwarfs, neutron stars, and the occasional pulsar spinning endlessly like cosmic lighthouses. The faint glow that remains is the last breath of a once thriving galactic metropolis, a place where planets may have once harbored life, where civilizations could have risen and fallen long before Earth even formed. Now only echoes remain, faint whispers of energy, spiraling dust clouds, the silent remnants of solar systems that once burned brightly in the night. We drift through the remains of forgotten worlds, past planets now frozen in eternal darkness, their surfaces barren and scarred by the relentless march of time. Craters from ancient asteroid impacts mark their landscapes. Frozen oceans stretch across their surfaces, and mountains rise like silent sentinels, waiting for a dawn that will never come. Deeper still, we encounter something extraordinary. A rogue planet, ejected from its home star system eons ago, wandering aimlessly through the interstellar void. It is a world without a sun, a drifter in the darkness, moving silently through the endless night. Its surface is covered in ice, a frozen shell that encases whatever secrets lie beneath. Yet despite the cold, the core of this lonely world still radiates a faint warmth. Beneath the icy crust, an ocean slumbers, a vast hidden sea that has never known the touch of sunlight. Could life exist here, beneath the crushing weight of ice, feeding off geothermal energy as it does in the deep oceans of Earth? It is a possibility, a reminder that life finds a way, even in the most unlikely place. We glide past this wandering world, watching as it disappears back into the blackness, a solitary traveler in an indifferent universe. Beyond the frozen world, a nebula glows softly, a cradle of stars where new suns are born. Vast clouds of gas and dust swirl together, illuminated by the fiery birth of young stars still gathering their strength. The colors are breathtaking, shades of violet, crimson, and sapphire, blending in an ethereal dance of creation. Yet, this nebula is dying. Slowly, over millions of years, its gases will be scattered by the very stars it helped create. And in its place will remain only the light of those new suns, shining alone in the darkness. We drift through its glowing tendrils, watching as matter coalesces, as dust grains collide, as the first building blocks of new planets take shape. Here, in this celestial nursery, the cycle of creation continues, unbroken, unyielding. And then, something unexpected. A signal, a pulse of energy, a rhythmic burst that repeats at perfect intervals. It is not natural. It is not random. Could it be a message? A beacon? Or is it simply the cosmic heartbeat of a pulsar, spinning at unimaginable speeds, releasing bursts of radio waves with perfect precision? The universe is filled with mysteries, some waiting to be solved, others forever beyond our grasp. Moving ever deeper, we sense a presence ahead, something immense, something beyond comprehension. A supermassive black hole, billions of times the mass of our sun, looms before us, its gravity distorting space itself. We cannot see it, not directly. It is a void in the fabric of reality, a shadow where even light cannot escape. Around it, a brilliant accretion disk spirals, glowing with the heat of gas and dust being torn apart at the event horizon. Time itself warps here. If we were to drift closer, seconds would stretch into eternity. Minutes would slow to a crawl. To an outside observer, we would appear frozen in time, forever suspended at the threshold of the abyss. And yet, even in this place of destruction, creation persists. Around the black hole, entire solar systems orbit at safe distances, untouched by its pull. Stars continue to burn, planets continue to move, life perhaps continues to evolve, oblivious to the monstrous force that lies at the heart of their galaxy. It is a paradox. Black holes, the great destroyers, are also the architects of galaxies. They shape the cosmos, influence the formation of stars, regulate the balance of matter and energy. We watch in awe as the gravitational pull of the black hole bends light itself, distorting the space around it, creating reflections of distant stars twisted into impossible shapes. It is beautiful, terrifying, and beyond anything our minds can fully comprehend. We drift further still, beyond the reach of known galaxies, into the coldest, darkest depths of space. Here, the universe grows quieter, the stars more distant. We are approaching the cosmic horizon, the limit of what we can ever see. The light from these distant regions has been traveling toward us since the dawn of time. Yet there is a limit to how far we can look. Beyond this horizon lies the unobservable universe, a realm forever hidden, a place where even the fastest light will never reach us. Is this the end, or is it simply another threshold waiting to be crossed? We do not know, but the journey continues. We are lost in the stars, drifting endlessly through the great unknown, carried by the gentle breath of the cosmos, moving ever onward toward the infinite. As we continue drifting through the cosmic abyss, we leave behind the familiar glow of dying stars and fading galaxies, venturing deeper into the unknown. The darkness stretches endlessly ahead, an infinite ocean of possibility, its silence profound yet comforting. There is no up or down, no forward or backward, only the gentle pull of curiosity guiding us through the great beyond. Time itself seems to blur as we move farther away from the luminous structures of the universe. Here, at the threshold of observation, where even the nearest stars have become faint pinpricks in the void, we begin to sense something, an echo, a whisper, a presence that lingers in the fabric of space like the fading notes of a cosmic melody. These are the remnants of something ancient, something that existed long before the galaxies formed, before even the first light began its journey through the cosmos. We are approaching the ruins of an age long forgotten, a place where time itself has become stretched and thin, where the echoes of creation still ripple through the void. Here, the universe holds its secrets close, whispering them only to those who dare to listen. Ahead, a vast collection of shattered worlds drifts silently, their surfaces frozen in time, their atmospheres long since stripped away by the relentless march of the cosmos. These are planets that once belonged to living stars, stars that burned brightly in the night, giving warmth and light to the solar systems they nurtured. But those stars are gone now. Their fires have faded, their warmth extinguished. Some have collapsed into dense white dwarfs, their remaining heat slowly radiating away over billions of years. Others have met more violent ends, exploding in supernovae, scattering their elements across the galaxy, becoming part of the next generation of stars and planets. And yet, these lifeless worlds remain silent witnesses to the passage of time. Their mountains, carved by winds that no longer blow, stand as monuments to an era long past. Their oceans, once teeming with life, have evaporated into the void, leaving behind barren landscapes of salt and stone. Whatever civilizations may have once called these places home are now nothing more than dust, their cities reduced to ruins, their histories forgotten. We drift past one such world, its surface cracked and broken, its sky eternally black. Perhaps once it was home to something remarkable, a thriving ecosystem, an intelligent species that gazed up at the stars and dreamed of what lay beyond. But now, only silence remains. And yet even in its silence, the planet tells a story of creation, of struggle, of the inevitable fate that awaits all things in the universe. Leaving behind the ghostly remains of these forgotten worlds, we venture deeper into the space between galaxies, a realm so vast and empty that it defies comprehension. This is intergalactic space, the void between the great cosmic structures, a place where entire light years can pass without encountering even a single atom. Here we are truly alone. The nearest galaxies are but distant smudges of light, their brilliance diminished by the immense distances that separate them. The cosmic background radiation, the last whisper of the Big Bang, is the only thing that remains, stretching faintly across the sky in all directions. And yet, even in this emptiness, there is motion. Unseen currents tug at us. The slow, steady pull of dark matter guiding the great structures of the universe along invisible pathways. Gravity, the silent architect of the cosmos, continues its work, shaping galaxies, clustering them into vast webs that span across time and space. It is here, in this desolate realm, that we begin to sense something new, a presence unlike anything we have encountered before. As we drift through the darkness, a strange phenomenon appears before us. It is not a physical wall, not a structure we can touch or pass through, but rather a boundary in the very nature of reality. It is the cosmic horizon, the limit beyond which nothing can be seen, nothing can be known. This boundary is not fixed. It expands with the universe itself, forever moving outward, carrying with it the light of distant galaxies that will one day slip beyond our ability to observe. Beyond this horizon, the universe continues, but its secrets are hidden from us, locked away by the relentless expansion of space. What lies beyond? More galaxies, more stars, more wonders waiting to be discovered. Or does the nature of reality itself change, becoming something unrecognizable, something that defies the very laws of physics? As we understand them, we do not know, we cannot know, but still, we drift forward, pressing against the limits of human comprehension, seeking to glimpse even a fraction of the truth that lies beyond. As we reach the edge of the observable universe, we encounter the faintest remnants of the first light ever emitted in the cosmos. This is the afterglow of creation itself, the cosmic microwave background, the whisper of the Big Bang that still lingers after nearly 14 billion years. This ancient light carries within it the story of the universe's birth, the chaotic dance of particles and energy that set everything into motion. It is a relic of a time when the cosmos was a dense, seething ocean of plasma, when light could not travel freely, when the universe was still in its infancy. Now, stretched and cooled by the expansion of space, this radiation serves as a window into the past, a bridge between the present and the primordial age that gave rise to everything we see. It is the closest we will ever come to witnessing the moment of creation. We listen to its faint hum, the quiet song of the universe's infancy, and we understand that the cosmos is not just a place of stars and planets, of galaxies and nebulae. It is a living story, unfolding across the vastness of time, written in the language of light and motion. As we prepare to drift back into the familiar, we realize that our journey has no true end. The universe is infinite in its complexity, boundless in its wonders. For every answer we find, 1,000 new questions arise. For every mystery solved, 1,000 more await. We are but travelers in an ever-expanding sea, voyagers on an endless tide, drawn forward by the pull of the unknown. And though we may never reach the final edge, never glimpse the ultimate truth that lies beyond the stars, the journey itself is what matters. As we continue our passage through the great cosmic beyond, we do not seek an ending, only the next chapter in the endless story of the universe. We continue our journey through the vastness of space, drifting farther into the endless sea of stars, nebulae, and cosmic mysteries. The universe stretches before us like an infinite tapestry, woven together with delicate filaments of light and shadow. There is no true path, no clear direction, only the silent pull of the unknown guiding us ever onward. The darkness around us is not empty, but filled with the faint whispers of forgotten energies, the echoes of stars long since extinguished, and the murmurs of galaxies drifting through time. Every movement forward takes us deeper into the fabric of the cosmos, where space and time intertwine in ways both beautiful and unfathomable. We pass through an expanse where even light itself struggles to escape, a void so vast and so ancient that it has swallowed entire star systems, leaving only the ghostly trails of matter stretched and distorted by the crushing force of unseen gravity. It is here in this abyss that we find ourselves standing at the threshold of the greatest mysteries of existence. As we drift through the void, we sense an ancient pulse, a rhythm that beats softly beneath the cosmic silence. It is not a sound in the way we understand it, for space carries no air to transmit vibrations. Instead, it is a deep, resonant hum, woven into the very fabric of the universe, a memory of creation itself. Scientists have long studied this cosmic background hum, the low-frequency resonance left behind by the earliest moments of the universe's birth. It is a soundless echo of the Big Bang, a vibration that hums through space-time like the fading remnants of a song sung at the dawn of everything. We are listening to the pulse of existence, a rhythm that has persisted for billions of years, stretching across the cosmos in an eternal refrain. This heartbeat of the universe is subtle but omnipresent. It guides the motion of galaxies, the birth of stars, and the unseen flow of dark matter. It is a quiet reminder that, despite its enormity, the cosmos is not a collection of random, disconnected elements, but a single living entity, moving and evolving according to forces far older than time itself. Moving deeper, we come across the remnants of a stellar graveyard, a region where stars once burned brightly but have now collapsed into darkness. Here, ancient white dwarfs, neutron stars, and black holes drift silently, each one the end result of a brilliant existence. We pass by a white dwarf, the leftover core of a once mighty star. It shines with a soft fading glow, radiating the last of its heat into the abyss. Over the next billions of years, it will cool further, eventually becoming a black dwarf, a frozen, lightless husk drifting endlessly through space. Beyond it, a neutron star spins rapidly, emitting beams of radiation like the lighthouse of a lost world. It is a pulsar, one of the universe's most precise timekeepers, sending out bursts of radio waves with clockwork precision. These remnants of once massive stars are unimaginably dense, so dense that a single teaspoon of neutron star material would weigh as much as a mountain on Earth. And then, looming like an unseen colossus, we sense the presence of a black hole. It does not shine, does not reflect light. It is a void within the void, a rift in the fabric of reality where gravity is so intense that nothing, not even the fastest particles of light, can escape. The edge of its event horizon marks the point of no return, a boundary beyond which space and time collapse into singularity. The black hole is not a monster, not a devourer of worlds, but a sculptor of the universe. Its immense gravity warps space itself, bending the paths of stars and galaxies around it. It is a place where the laws of physics break down, where time stretches infinitely, and where matter is compressed into an existence beyond human comprehension. Leaving the stellar graveyard behind, we approach a greater structure, one that stretches across the universe like a vast interconnected web. The cosmic web, an intricate network of filaments composed of dark matter and galaxies, forms the true framework of the cosmos. It is invisible to the human eye, yet its presence shapes the very arrangement of the universe. These filaments span across millions of light years, connecting galaxy clusters like veins running through the body of reality. They guide the movement of matter, directing the flow of stars, gas and dust along unseen gravitational currents. Within these threads, galaxies are born, forming clusters and superclusters bound together by the unseen hand of dark matter. As we drift closer, we see the faint glow of distant galaxies, drawn together along these filaments. The cosmic web is not a rigid structure, but a living, shifting entity. It pulses with the ebb and flow of cosmic energy, influenced by the gravitational pull of unseen forces. Through this web, the universe is connected, an endless lattice of light and darkness, of creation and destruction. Every star, every world, every atom that exists is part of this grand structure, woven into the infinite design of the cosmos. Beyond the cosmic web, we encounter something unexpected, a shimmering distortion, a subtle warping of space itself. The fabric of reality bends here, forming a mirror-like surface that does not reflect light in the usual way. Instead, it distorts, refracts, and shifts images in ways that challenge our understanding. Could this be a gravitational lens, a region of space where immense gravity bends light from distant galaxies, magnifying them like a cosmic magnifying glass? Or is it something more, a gateway, a crack in the foundation of our reality that offers a glimpse into parallel world? The multiverse is a concept long theorized by physicists and philosophers alike. The idea that beyond our own universe, countless others exist, each governed by different physical laws, each unfolding along its own unique path. Some universes may be nearly identical to our own, differing only in the smallest details. Others may be utterly alien, shaped by forces beyond our comprehension. Are we witnessing the edge of our reality, or is this merely a trick of gravitational warping, a natural phenomenon, misunderstood as something far greater? The answer remains elusive, but the question lingers in our minds as we drift onward, deeper into the mysteries of existence. As we travel farther still, we realize that there is no true end to our journey. The universe stretches on, limitless in its complexity, boundless in its wonders. For every galaxy we leave behind, another appears on the horizon. For every mystery unraveled, 1,000 more take its place. We are wanderers in an eternal sea, voyagers on an endless tide. The stars above us whisper secrets older than time, and the space between them hums with the promise of discoveries yet to come. Perhaps we will never reach the ultimate edge, never uncover the final truth of the cosmos, but that does not matter. The beauty of the universe is not in its destination, but in the journey itself, the quiet drift through the infinite, the endless dance of light and shadow, the feeling of being lost in the stars. Our journey carries us ever deeper into the unknown, through vast stretches of silent, glowing darkness, where the light of distant galaxies flickers like the dying embers of a cosmic fire. The further we drift, the more the familiar patterns of space dissolve, giving way to something altogether more mysterious, an abyss not of emptiness but of potential. It is a place beyond the constraints of time and distance, where the very fabric of reality pulses with an unseen energy, humming with the echoes of creation. This is the universe at its most untamed, where galaxies dance upon invisible currents of gravity, swirling like luminous whirlpools upon an endless ocean of space. Here, the distances between stars are unfathomable, their light stretched across billions of years, carrying with it the ancient stories of their birth, life, and inevitable death. We drift onward, suspended in a vast and uncharted sea of cosmic wonder. Before us lies something unlike anything we have yet encountered, a shimmering veil, woven from filaments of dark energy and the remnants of exploded stars. It moves as though alive, shifting and reforming, creating patterns that seem to tell a story of a universe much older than our own. This veil is a barrier not of matter, but of perception. Beyond it, space takes on an unfamiliar texture, as if reality itself is bending to accommodate something beyond our comprehension. We pass through it effortlessly, and at once we feel the weight of something profound. The vast, interconnected nature of all things. The stars, the galaxies, the unseen forces that bind the cosmos together. They are not separate entities, but expressions of the same grand design, ripples upon an infinite ocean of energy. We are not observers of the universe, but participants in its story, woven into its very fabric like threads in an ever-expanding tapestry. Beyond the veil, we come upon a breathtaking sight. Galaxies arranged in patterns too deliberate to be random. Like great celestial cities, they glow softly against the blackness, interconnected by glowing bridges of cosmic dust and gas, forming luminous pathways that stretch across millions of light years. These structures are not the work of any civilization as we understand it, but rather the result of gravitational interactions spanning billions of years. The universe is not a chaotic void, but an artist, sculpting beauty from the raw materials of existence, shaping galaxies into elegant spirals, massive ellipses, and delicate filaments that stretch through space like the roots of some cosmic tree. Each galaxy within these grand structures is a world unto itself, home to billions of stars, each star potentially harboring its own family of planets. How many of these worlds are cradles of life? How many civilizations have risen and fallen beneath the glow of these distant suns? We may never know, but the possibility lingers in the silence of space, whispering its questions into the void. As we drift through these celestial cities, we encounter the remnants of stars that once burned brightly, but have now faded into cosmic ghost nebulae. Vast clouds of ionized gas, spread across the darkness like the final brushstrokes of a dying artist, their tendrils glowing softly in hues of pink, blue, and violet. These remnants are the cradles of future generations of stars, their gases collapsing under gravity to form new stellar bodies, continuing the eternal cycle of birth, life, and death. From their ashes, new worlds will form, new possibilities will arise, and the universe will continue its quiet symphony of renewal. But not all stars leave behind such beautiful remnants. Some, in their final moments, collapse inward with such force that they punch a hole in the very fabric of space itself. These are the black holes, regions where time ceases to have meaning, where matter is crushed into an incomprehensible singularity. They are the ultimate paradoxes, both destroyers and creators, sculptors of the cosmos who shape the galaxies with their gravitational influence. It is said that nothing can escape a black hole, that even light itself is doomed once it crosses the event horizon. But what if that is not the end? What if beyond the veil of darkness, something new is born? New universes, new dimensions, places where the rules of physics are rewritten. The thought lingers as we drift past the spectral glow of a long-dead star, swallowed into nothingness by an invisible force beyond our understanding. As we move onward, we begin to perceive a structure so grand, so incomprehensible, that it redefines our understanding of the universe itself. It is a bridge, not of stone or steel, but of space-time itself, connecting distant regions of the cosmos, like veins running through a vast celestial body. These structures, known as cosmic strings, are theoretical threads of immense energy left over from the earliest moments of the universe's existence. If they exist, they could act as conduits, warping space around them and allowing for near instantaneous travel between distant parts of the cosmos. Could they be the key to intergalactic exploration, a cosmic highway upon which civilizations might one day travel? If so, then what might lie at the end of these paths? Other galaxies, other reality, or perhaps the remnants of an ancient intelligence that once sought to map the vastness of existence. The possibilities stretch before us like an infinite horizon, and we are left to wonder what secrets the universe still hides beyond our sight. As our journey continues, we come to understand that the cosmos is not a finished masterpiece, but a work in progress, an ever-evolving creation that stretches into eternity. The galaxies shift and change, new stars are born while old ones fade, and the very structure of space-time continues to expand, carrying us ever further into the unknown. We are not separate from this process, but deeply connected to it. We too are made of the same elements forged in the hearts of stars, our atoms scattered across the universe, only to be drawn together once more to form new life, new thought, new wonder. The stars may seem distant, but they are part of us, just as we are part of them. The journey we have taken is not merely one of distance, but of understanding, a realization that the universe is not just something we observe, but something we belong to. And so we drift onward, lost in the stars, carried by the currents of space and time, forever seeking, forever exploring, forever wondering. Drifting through the cosmic ocean, we approach a region where the fabric of space itself feels different, as if the universe is subtly shifting around us. The stars shimmer not just with light, but with something intangible, an essence of motion, of transition. The galaxies here do not merely spin. They ripple, bending time and space as though they are waves breaking upon an unseen shore. Here, in this distant, enigmatic place, the very nature of reality seems to blur, merging the known and the unknown. The universe is not static, but a living entity, flowing like a great cosmic river, carving new pathways across the fabric of existence. And we, drifting weightlessly, are passengers upon this river, carried deeper into the endless expanse. The further we move, the more we begin to sense an invisible pull, a force beyond mere gravity. It is not the draw of a black hole or the attraction of one celestial body to another. It is something more profound, a gentle but undeniable tug at the very essence of space-time. Could it be that we are approaching something new? A boundary, perhaps, not of physical limits, but of perception. We have long thought of the universe as an ever-expanding, infinite sea. Yet even an ocean has its currents, its tides, its hidden paths that lead to the unknown. Scientists have long pondered the presence of great cosmic currents, flows of galaxies moving in unison, guided by forces we do not yet understand. These galactic streams, stretching across millions of light years, suggest a hidden architecture to the universe, a grand design beyond the reach of our comprehension. Are we now caught in one of these currents, being drawn toward a destination written into the very structure of the cosmos? We drift along this unseen force, letting it guide us forward, further into the great unknown. As we are carried along, a soft glow emerges on the horizon, a vast and radiant collection of stars, suspended like delicate lanterns above a dark sea. These are not ordinary stars, nor even a typical galaxy. Instead, they form something rare and extraordinary. A globular cluster, an ancient stellar city, where time itself seems to slow. Globular clusters are among the oldest structures in the universe. Vast spherical gatherings of hundreds of thousands of stars, bound together in an elegant gravitational embrace. Unlike the sprawling arms of spiral galaxies, these clusters are tightly packed, their stars nestled so close together that they appear as a singular, radiant entity. Some of these clusters, such as Omega Centauri, are believed to be remnants of ancient galaxies, long since absorbed into larger cosmic structures. They are survivors of a bygone era, glowing relics of a time when the universe was young. The light from these stars has traveled for billions of years, whispering the secrets of an age before our own. Some of these stars are nearly as old as the universe itself, shining with a faint golden glow, their fuel slowly depleting after eons of burning. They have watched the galaxies form and drift apart, have borne witness to the great unfolding of cosmic history, and now they shimmer before us, a testament to the endurance of existence. What worlds might orbit these ancient suns? What civilizations, if any, could have once looked upon these same stars, wondering about the vastness beyond? The thought lingers as we move forward, leaving the cluster behind, drifting once more into the great abyss. Between the luminous structures of the universe lies a silence so profound that it defies understanding. This is intergalactic space, the vast empty regions where even light seems hesitant to travel. The voids here stretch for hundreds of millions of light years, great cosmic deserts where galaxies are scarce, their presence reduced to distant, barely perceptible glimmers. Yet even in this emptiness there is something, not nothingness, but potential. The dark energy that accelerates the expansion of the universe flows unseen through this space, shaping the future of all things. Here, we are reminded of the great paradox of existence. Even in absence, there is presence. Even in emptiness, there is meaning. And then in the distance, something stirs. Emerging from the darkness is a sight so vast, so immense, that it challenges all understanding. A supercluster of galaxies looms ahead, a structure stretching across the cosmos like a great celestial continent. This is a Laianakea-like structure, a gravitational metropolis where thousands of galaxies are bound together, forming a web of light against the blackness of space. Superclusters are the true giants of the universe, spanning hundreds of millions of light years, their mass so great that they bend space-time itself. They are the meeting places of galaxies, where cosmic highways of matter and energy intersect, where the pull of gravity weaves star systems into great swirling patterns of creation and destruction. As we drift closer, we begin to see the immense scale of these structures. Galaxies dance around each other in slow, elegant spirals, their arms brushing against one another, exchanging stars like travelers passing between distant lands. Some galaxies are colliding, their luminous bodies merging, forming new stars from the chaos of their encounter. This is the true nature of the universe: change, transformation, an endless cycle of birth and rebirth. The cosmos is not a static expanse, but a grand unfolding story. Each galaxy a chapter, each star a sentence, each world a single word in the great cosmic epic. As we watch the movement of these galaxies, we begin to notice something peculiar, a distortion in the very fabric of space itself. A gravitational lens, an invisible magnifying glass, created by the immense mass of the supercluster, bends and warps the light from even more distant galaxies beyond. This lensing effect allows us to peer deeper into the cosmos than ever before, revealing galaxies so far away that their light has taken billions of years to reach us. We are not merely looking into space, we are looking into time itself, witnessing the echoes of a universe long past, watching celestial bodies as they existed eons ago. Perhaps some of these distant galaxies no longer exist. Perhaps the light we see is nothing more than a whisper from a past long gone. And yet here they are, imprinted upon the fabric of reality, their presence still felt across the endless abyss. The more we drift through this cosmic expanse, the more we begin to understand the universe is alive. It is not merely a collection of stars and planets, not just a vast emptiness punctuated by light. It is a being of motion and energy, a vast consciousness that expresses itself through gravity, through time, through the endless expansion that carries us ever further into the unknown. Every galaxy, every star, every world is a note in the symphony of existence, a song that has played since the dawn of time and will continue long after we are gone. And we too are part of this melody, our thoughts and dreams woven into the great unfolding of the cosmos. As we continue our journey, we realize that we are not lost at all. We are exactly where we are meant to be, adrift in the great cosmic sea, sailing toward infinity, carried forward by the tides of time and space. The journey continues, carrying us further into the enigmatic embrace of the universe, where time flows like a whisper and space bends in ways beyond comprehension. The silence here is profound, not an absence of sound, but a presence, a cosmic hum vibrating through the fabric of reality. We are no longer merely observers. We are part of the ever-expanding cosmos, moving with it, feeling its rhythms as if we too are stardust adrift in the celestial sea. As we drift deeper into the unknown, we begin to sense something subtle yet undeniable, a pulse, a steady rhythmic beat resonating across the vast cosmic ocean. It is not a sound in the way we understand sound, but rather a presence, an invisible force guiding the movement of galaxies, shaping the very nature of existence. It is the breath of the universe itself, an unseen heartbeat stretching across infinity. Ahead in the distance, a dim glow flickers against the endless void. As we draw closer, we find ourselves in a graveyard of dying stars, a place where the embers of once brilliant celestial bodies fade into the darkness. These are white dwarfs, the remnants of stars that once shone with unimaginable brightness, but have since burned through their fuel, leaving behind dense, smoldering cores. White dwarfs are the final stage of life for stars like our sun, the silent echoes of past brilliance. Though small, they are astonishingly dense. A single teaspoon of their matter would weigh as much as a mountain. These ancient remnants cool over billions of years, slowly fading until they become black dwarfs, dead stars invisible and cold, lost forever in the abyss. But in this vast stellar graveyard, some white dwarfs refuse to go quietly. Some, locked in a gravitational dance with companion stars, siphon material from their neighbors, reigniting in a final brilliant explosion. A Type 1a supernova. These cosmic eruptions are so bright that they can outshine entire galaxies, momentarily illuminating the darkness before fading into silence once more. We pause, watching as one of these silent sentinels reaches its breaking point. In an instant, a blinding flash engulfs the void, a final farewell to a star that has existed for billions of years. And then, just as quickly as it began, the light fades, leaving behind only the hushed remnants of its past. Beyond the graveyard of dying stars, the universe presents us with another enigma. An immense cloud of shadow stretching across the cosmos. It is a dark nebula, a place where starlight cannot penetrate, where space itself seems to fold inward, creating an illusion of nothingness. Unlike the radiant clouds of stellar nurseries, where new stars are born in brilliant displays of light, dark nebula are the silent architects of future suns, harboring the raw material for creation in absolute secrecy. These great clouds of gas and dust drift between the stars, invisible to the naked eye, but rich with the elements that will one day give rise to planets, moons, and life itself. Though they appear empty, they are anything but within them. Gravity is slowly pulling matter together, forming dense knots of material that will, over millions of years, collapse under their own weight and ignite into new stars. We float through this dark realm, our vision consumed by an absence of light, our senses overwhelmed by the quiet potential that surrounds us. It is here, in the heart of the void, that the seeds of future galaxies take root, waiting patiently for the moment when they will blaze into existence. Emerging from the nebula, we are drawn toward an incredible sight, a vast cosmic bridge stretching between two galaxies, a luminous ribbon of gas and stars connecting them like a celestial lifeline. These structures, known as tidal streams, are formed when galaxies interact, their immense gravitational forces pulling at one another, exchanging material like dancers, locked in an eternal embrace. Tidal streams are relics of galactic encounters, stretching across hundreds of thousands of light years, marking the paths of galaxies that have passed close to one another in a slow gravitational ballet. These bridges of stars and gas will one day be absorbed into their respective galaxies, adding to their mass, fueling the birth of new stars, and subtly reshaping their spiral arms. We follow the stream, letting it guide us along its ethereal path. Beneath us, clusters of newborn stars glow faintly, their light just beginning to reach across the cosmos. These are the children of galactic collisions, the first whispers of what will one day become vast, radiant structures, each home to untold wonders. As we continue our journey, we encounter something even stranger. Galaxies so faint, so diffuse that they barely seem to exist at all. These are ultra-diffuse galaxies, ghostly remnants of a time long past, scattered across the cosmic web like forgotten memories. Unlike their luminous counterparts, these galaxies contain almost no stars. Their matter spreads so thinly that they are nearly invisible. Ultra-diffuse galaxies defy understanding. Some scientists believe they are the remnants of once mighty spiral galaxies, stripped of their stars by the gravitational forces of nearby giants. Others suggest that they formed in environments where star formation was nearly impossible, leaving them as barely more than empty husks drifting through the universe. Yet, despite their faintness, these galaxies still hold secret. Some contain vast amounts of dark matter, the invisible substance that binds galaxies together and dictates the movement of the cosmos. Others, surprisingly, seem to lack dark matter altogether, existing as anomalies in the structure of the universe, defying everything we thought we understood about galactic formation. As we drift through these phantom galaxies, we sense their loneliness, their isolation in the depths of space. They are relics of a different era, whispers from a time before our own, reminders that not all things in the universe follow the same path, and still the journey continues. The more we explore, the more we realize that the universe is not a singular place, but an endless collection of stories, each woven into the fabric of time itself. Every star, every galaxy, every drifting cloud of dust has a tale to tell, a history written in light and shadow. As we push further beyond what is known, we begin to sense the limits of our understanding. The cosmic horizon stretches before us, not as a wall or a boundary, but as an invitation, an uncharted expanse that beckons us forward, daring us to continue seeking, to continue dreaming. Perhaps the universe has no true edge, no final destination. Perhaps it is not a place to be mapped, but an experience to be felt, an endless voyage through wonder and infinity. We are not lost. We are exactly where we are meant to be, drifting ever deeper into the boundless expanse. We surrender to the cosmic currents, carried effortlessly through the silent corridors of eternity. The stars, distant and unwavering, glow like celestial beacons, their light taking millions, even billions of years to reach us. Every photon that grazes our awareness is an echo from the past, a whisper from a time long gone, yet still shining, refusing to fade into oblivion. As we move forward, space itself seems to ripple, stretching into unseen dimensions, warping and bending like the waves of an unseen ocean. The universe breathes, expanding, contracting, flowing with forces beyond comprehension. We are merely passengers in this great cosmic voyage, humbled by the grandeur of existence, lost yet profoundly connected to everything around us. We glide past the great planets, their colossal forms casting vast shadows across the void. Here, in the outer reaches of the solar system, the forgotten moons orbit in quiet solitude, untouched, unchanged for eons. These distant worlds, shrouded in darkness, hold secrets of their own, frozen oceans, hidden lakes, and the faint possibility of life in the most unexpected corners of space. And Cethetus, the icy moon of Saturn, beckons with its shimmering surface, concealing a vast subsurface ocean beneath its frozen crust. Geysers erupt from its southern pole, spewing plumes of water vapor into space. A tantalizing sign that liquid water and perhaps even the conditions for life may exist in the deep hidden beneath miles of ice. Europa, another enigmatic moon, orbits Jupiter, its surface etched with deep scars of crimson, marking the places where its icy shell has cracked and refrozen. Beneath this crust, an ocean larger than all of Earth's combined, warmed by the gravitational embrace of its massive planet, stirs in silent mystery. Could something swim within its depths, something ancient and unseen, waiting for the day when we finally arrive? Titan, Saturn's largest moon, is a world of liquid methane seas and thick, hazy skies. Its landscapes, though alien, bear a haunting familiarity: mountains, rivers, vast lakes, stretching toward a misty horizon. The atmosphere here is thick, dense enough for flight. A world where, if one had wings, they could soar effortlessly through its golden sky. These moons, frozen sentinels of time, carry within them the unspoken history of the cosmos, waiting for a traveler to uncover their mysteries. As we drift past them, we feel their quiet pull, their invitation to return someday, to look deeper, to listen closer. Beyond the solar system, the grand structure of our galaxy unfolds before us. The Milky Way, our home in the vast sea of galaxies, sprawls across the sky like a luminous river, its spiral arms coiling outward in elegant, sweeping arcs. Stars of every color and size burn within its grasp, each one a sun, each one a potential cradle for light. We follow one of these spiraling arms, moving along its curve as if carried by the gentle tide of a cosmic stream. Clusters of young stars flicker like embers, newly formed and radiant, illuminating the stellar nurseries where they were born. Giant molecular clouds loom like celestial sculptures, vast billowing structures of dust and gas, where new generations of stars are slowly awakening. Somewhere hidden within these dense regions, rogue planets drift through the darkness. Lonely worlds cast adrift from their systems, floating endlessly without a sun to warm them. They roam in eternal night, their surfaces frozen and barren, yet some may harbor warmth deep within, fueled by the remnants of their formation. We watch as these stellar tides pull and twist, shaping the galaxies themselves, drawing them into an eternal motion, a celestial waltz that has continued since the dawn of time. Moving beyond our own galaxy, we enter a realm of true darkness, deep space, where the light of known stars dims into faint whispers on the cosmic horizon. Here, in the void between galaxies, we encounter the strangest of all cosmic entities, phantom galaxies, nearly invisible, concealed within the shadows of the universe. These ultra-diffuse galaxies are barely more than a whisper of stardust. Their stars spread so thinly that they appear almost empty. Some of them are bound together not by their own mass, but by something far more elusive: dark matter, the invisible force that sculpts the universe from behind the veil of perception. Without it, these fragile galaxies would dissolve into the abyss, scattered by the tidal forces of cosmic expansion. But others, paradoxically, appear to contain no dark matter at all. How could they exist without this unseen glue holding them together? Could these galaxies be cosmic anomalies, relics of an ancient time when the laws of physics were still uncertain, still forming in the great cosmic forge? As we drift through these ghostly realms, we realize how little we truly understand. Even in the age of knowledge, the universe remains a mystery, an enigma wrapped in time and silence, beckoning us to continue searching. We press on, moving toward a region where space itself seems absent, a place where galaxies should be, but are a void so vast, so empty, that it challenges our very understanding of the universe. This is the Bootis Void, a staggering expanse of nearly total emptiness, spanning hundreds of millions of light-years. While the rest of the universe is teeming with stars and galaxies, this void stands as a vast cosmic desert, with only a few lonely galaxies scattered within its depths. How did this emptiness come to be? Did galaxies once reside here, only to be torn away by some unfathomable force? Is this a glimpse of the distant future when the expansion of the universe has stretched everything apart, leaving nothing but silence? And yet the void is not truly empty. Within it, faint tendrils of gas weave through the darkness, unseen rivers of intergalactic matter flowing through space. Could this be the birthplace of something new? Could voids like this be the seeds of future galaxies, slowly gathering, waiting for their moment to ignite? We linger here, feeling the weight of silence, sensing the infinite possibilities that still remain hidden beyond our understanding. As we drift onward, we begin to understand the universe does not simply exist. It speaks. It tells its story in light and shadow, in the movement of galaxies, in the silent drift of forgotten worlds. It whispers through the shifting tides of space, through the birth and death of stars, through the echoes of something greater than we can yet comprehend. And we, the travelers, are here to listen. The journey is not over. There is still more to see, more to discover. The cosmic ocean stretches infinity before us, inviting us to continue forward, to explore the unseen, to lose ourselves once more in the eternal embrace of the stars. The universe stretches before us like an endless dream, unfurling into the abyss of time and space. We have traveled through luminous galaxies, past lonely worlds adrift in the void, and into the cold embrace of celestial shadows. And yet, there is always more, a deeper mystery, a greater wonder waiting just beyond the next cosmic threshold. As we drift farther into the unknown, a peculiar sensation washes over us. It is not fear, nor is it loneliness. It is the quiet realization of infinity, the awareness that we are part of something vast beyond comprehension. The fabric of the cosmos is woven with countless stories, each written in the language of light and gravity, matter and energy, creation and destruction. And we, humble travelers, are here to listen. Moving beyond the familiar spirals of the Milky Way, we come upon something incredible, vast, invisible bridges stretching across the universe, connecting galaxies in a delicate dance of gravitational attraction. These filaments, composed of dark matter and intergalactic gas, form the cosmic web, the underlying structure of the universe itself. They are neither solid nor luminous, yet they hold everything together, binding entire galactic clusters with unseen threads. Along these cosmic highways, galaxies migrate, moving slowly over billions of years, drifting toward immense superclusters like rivers flowing toward a cosmic ocean. Scientists have observed these filaments through the subtle bending of light, a phenomenon known as gravitational lens. As distant galaxies emit their light, the unseen dark matter surrounding these structures distorts and magnifies the view, revealing the skeletal framework of the universe. The realization is staggering. Space is not empty, but alive with an intricate web of gravitational currents, guiding the formation of galaxies, shaping the cosmic landscape in ways we are only beginning to understand. We follow one such filament, tracing its delicate arc as it stretches across the void. It leads us to a breathtaking sight, a galactic collision, a meeting of two colossal island universes, their spiral arms interwoven like celestial dance. Unlike the violent crashes we might imagine, galactic collisions unfold over hundreds of millions of years, a slow-motion ballet orchestrated by gravity. When two galaxies draw near, their immense tidal forces begin to distort them, pulling great tendrils of gas and stars into the surrounding void. Some stars, flung outward by gravitational interactions, become lost, drifting forever between galaxies, their light swallowed by the vast darkness. Others are drawn inward, feeding the hungry cores of supermassive black holes, igniting quasars that burn with the brilliance of entire galaxies. But amid the chaos, something beautiful occurs. Clouds of interstellar gas, once dormant, are compressed and heated, triggering the birth of new stars. The merging galaxies become stellar nurseries, forging thousands of newborn suns, illuminating the darkness with their youthful fire. This is not destruction, but transformation. a reshaping of the universe, a reminder that even in the grandest of cosmic events, there is rebirth. As we move beyond the colliding galaxies, we come across something unexpected. Stars where there should be none. Intergalactic space is a vast, silent void, the dark abyss between galaxies stretching across millions of light years. And yet here, in the depths of nothingness, faint points of light shimmer against the cosmic night. These are rogue stars, wandering suns cast adrift, ejected from their home galaxies by gravitational forces too immense to resist. Some travel alone, isolated and eternal, while others move in loose clusters, forming ghostly echoes of the galaxies they once belonged to. How many worlds might orbit these lonely stars? How many planets, shrouded in endless night, circle these distant suns, never knowing the warmth of a nearby galaxy, never seeing the familiar constellations we take for granted? And what of life? Could there be creatures on these wandering worlds, born into isolation, knowing nothing of the great spirals and clusters beyond their sky? Would they gaze up at their eternal night, wondering if they were alone, just as we do? Beyond the wandering suns, we enter a region of space where the stars themselves seem tired, their light dim and flickering. This is the cosmic graveyard, a place where the oldest stars have reached the final stages of their lives. Here, white dwarfs, ancient stellar remnants, shine with a pale, ghostly glow, their nuclear fires long extinguished. These stars, once as brilliant as our own sun, have collapsed into dense, smoldering embers, fading ever so slowly as they radiate away the last of their warmth. But even white dwarfs are not the end of the story. Given enough time, these ancient stars will cool completely, becoming black dwarfs, cold, dark remnants of what once was. These objects are so faint, so invisible, that none yet exist in our universe. The process takes longer than the current age of the cosmos, meaning that black dwarfs remain a future phenomenon, a glimpse into a universe trillions of years from now, where the stars themselves have faded into memory. As we move farther still, we begin to wonder what lies at the very end, not just of this journey, but of everything. The universe, once a seething firestorm of creation, now stretches in quiet contemplation. Galaxies drift apart, carried by the ever-growing fabric of space itself. Stars form, burn and fade, their remnants seeding new generations in an endless cycle. But what of the distant future? One possibility is the Big Freeze, where the universe continues to expand, growing colder and more desolate. Over unimaginable eons, all stars will burn out, all matter will decay, and all energy will dissipate, leaving behind an empty, frozen void, an infinite night where nothing stirs. Another fate, more violent in its finality, is the Big Rip, a scenario where dark energy grows stronger, tearing galaxies apart, then stars, then planets, until even atoms themselves are rent asunder, leaving behind nothing but fragmented space-time. Or perhaps, in the grandest of cosmic cycles, the universe will experience the Big Bounce, collapsing in upon itself, only to be reborn anew, a cosmic phoenix rising from its own ashes, setting the stage for yet another infinite story. We have traveled far through star-forming nebulae, across the vast plains of intergalactic space, into the luminous hearts of galaxies, and beyond the limits of what we can see. We have glimpsed the past, the present, and the distant echoes of a future yet to come. And still, the journey is not over. The universe is a story without an ending, an ever-expanding canvas of light and shadow, wonder and mystery. There will always be more to explore, more to understand, more to lose ourselves in. Perhaps we are not meant to find all the answers. Perhaps we are simply meant to keep looking, to let ourselves be lost in the stars, drifting ever onward through the boundless unknown. The universe is alive with light, movement, and energy. Yet, Between all that brilliance, there is silence. It is in the space between galaxies, in the empty voids that stretch for millions of light years, where the cosmos truly reveals its vastness. Here, there are no bustling clusters of stars, no radiant nebulae birthing new suns, only emptiness, only darkness. It is in these silent expanses that we find ourselves drifting now, carried forward by the gentle pull of curiosity, moving ever deeper into the mysteries of the great unknown. These vast cosmic voids are not merely empty spaces. They are part of the grand design of the universe, a product of billions of years of gravitational interplay. While galaxies cluster together in intricate webs of cosmic filaments, the voids between them remain untouched, places where matter is scarce, and the quiet stretches unbroken for eternity. And yet, even here, in the loneliest places of the universe, there are stories waiting to be told. As we drift through the emptiness, we come upon a world floating alone in the dark. It has no sun, no warmth, no familiar orbit tethering it to a system of planets. This is a rogue planet, an orphan world, ejected from its birthplace and cast adrift into the interstellar void. Scientists believe there may be billions, even trillions of rogue planets scattered throughout the universe, wandering aimlessly through the blackness. Some were flung away from their solar systems after chaotic gravitational interactions, victims of cosmic turmoil. Others may have formed in isolation, never knowing the comforting glow of a star. Without a sun to provide warmth, these worlds are shrouded in eternal night. Their surfaces are frozen wastelands, locked beneath thick layers of ice. And yet some of them may still harbor secrets beneath their desolate exteriors. If a rogue planet has a thick enough atmosphere, or a molten core generating geothermal heat, it might support underground oceans, hidden realms, where life, against all odds, could find a way to survive. Could there be creatures beneath the ice, swimming through dark waters, unaware of the universe beyond their own hidden sea? Could there be beings that have never seen the light of a star, existing in perpetual night, knowing only the world beneath the ice as their entire reality? Beyond the rogue planet, deep within the abyss, we encounter something unexpected, a faint, ghostly glow against the darkness. It is barely visible, like a whisper of starlight, lost in the void. As we move closer, the glow takes shape, revealing itself to be an ultra-diffuse galaxy, a ghost galaxy, nearly invisible against the backdrop of space. Unlike the brilliant spirals and glowing ellipticals we are familiar with, ultra-diffuse galaxies are strange anomalies in the cosmic landscape. They are enormous, stretching across hundreds of thousands of light years, yet they contain fewer stars than a typical galaxy their size. Their lack of luminosity makes them difficult to detect, hiding them in plain sight. What makes these ghost galaxies even more mysterious is their dark matter content. Some seem to have almost none at all, defying what we know about galaxy formation, while others appear to be composed almost entirely of dark matter, their structure held together by something we cannot see. The universe is full of contradictions, and ghost galaxies challenge our understanding of how galaxies are formed, how they evolve, and how they persist in the vastness of space. Do these dim, ancient galaxies harbor planets? Could there be civilizations within them, dwelling under faint stars, unaware of the brilliance of more populated galaxies? Or are these places remnants of something older, relics of a time long forgotten, their light fading as they drift toward an inevitable dissolution? Beyond the ghost galaxies, the darkness becomes more profound. And yet there is something else here, a presence, not of matter but of lost light. This is the cosmic fog, a phenomenon created by photons that have been absorbed, scattered, or stretched beyond visibility by the expansion of the universe. For every star that has ever shone, for every galaxy that has ever emitted its brilliance into the cosmos, there are countless photons that will never reach us. Some were absorbed by cosmic dust, vanishing into the fabric of space before they could complete their journey. Others were redshifted into oblivion, their wavelengths stretched to the point where they now exist beyond the spectrum of human perception. The universe is filled with lost light, a hidden radiance that exists just beyond our reach. And yet, even this lost light has a story to tell. By studying the faintest, most ancient remnants of this cosmic fog, scientists can peer back to the earliest epochs of the universe, unlocking secrets about its infancy, its first moments, and the forces that shaped everything we see today. Light is never truly lost. It is merely waiting to be found. As we drift even farther from the familiar, we begin to sense something in the distance, a quiet pull, an invisible boundary that seems to whisper of something beyond. This is the cosmic horizon, the limit of what we can ever see, the point beyond which light has not yet had time to reach us. The universe is expanding, and as it does, galaxies at the edge of our observable reality are moving away from us at speeds approaching the speed of light. Beyond a certain point, they are receding so quickly that their light will never reach us. Not now, not ever. They exist in a realm we will never witness, beyond the limits of observation, beyond the reach of knowledge. And yet, even as we acknowledge this boundary, we wonder what lies beyond. Are there more galaxies, more clusters, more filaments of dark matter stretching infinitely? Does the universe repeat itself, echoing in endless variations across an infinite expanse? Or are there regions where the laws of physics themselves change, where time flows differently, where gravity bends space in ways we cannot comprehend? The answers remain hidden beyond the horizon, locked away in the unreachable depths of the cosmos. But even as we recognize the limits of what we can know, we also recognize the beauty in the unknown. The universe is not just a collection of answers. It is an endless expanse of questions, each one leading to another, each one inviting us to wonder, to imagine, to dream. We have journeyed through the silence of the void, through the darkness between galaxies, through the quiet echoes of lost light. We have seen rogue planets adrift in the abyss, ghost galaxies lingering on the edge of perception, and the unseen forces pulling at the fabric of reality itself. And yet, despite all this vastness, despite all this mystery, we are not alone. We are part of this grand cosmic story, part of the fabric that weaves together galaxies, stars, and the infinite dance of existence. As we drift through the stars, we are reminded that to be lost is not to be forgotten. To be lost is to explore, to seek, to embrace the endless journey that stretches before us. The universe is not static. It is a grand ocean, a vast and ever-expanding sea of galaxies, matter, and dark energy. And like the waves of an infinite tide, everything within it is in motion. Stars drift in celestial currents, entire galaxies spiral toward one another, and unseen forces pull at the very fabric of space. Here, in the silent vastness between these drifting islands of light, we find ourselves continuing our journey, weightless and unbound, carried forward by the cosmic tides. As we move through the darkness, the universe reveals itself in layers, some seen, some felt, some only known through the traces they leave behind. Every distant glow tells a story. Every flicker of starlight is a message from another time. In this endless sea, we are explorers of the infinite, following the pull of curiosity deeper into the mysteries of existence. Galaxies are not randomly scattered across the cosmos. They move in graceful patterns following the gravitational currents that shape the universe. These currents, unseen yet undeniable, weave galaxies together into clusters and filaments, creating vast cosmic structures that stretch across billions of light years. We drift now along one of these great invisible streams, watching as galaxies move in slow, deliberate arcs, drawn toward one another by forces older than time itself. The Milky Way, our own home galaxy, is part of one such current. It is being pulled toward the Andromeda Galaxy, our nearest cosmic neighbor, in a slow-motion dance that will take billions of years to complete. One day, long after Earth has changed beyond recognition, these two galaxies will merge, their stars mingling, their spiral arms intertwining like celestial dancers meeting at last. Beyond them, the entire local group of galaxies, of which the Milky Way and Andromeda are just two members, is drifting towards something larger, something immense. The pull comes from a hidden force known as the Great Attractor, a region of space so massive that it is drawing entire galaxy clusters toward it, bending the paths of billions of stars with its unseen gravity. What lies at the heart of this attraction remains one of the great mysteries of the universe. Some believe it is a massive concentration of galaxies, their combined gravity acting as a beacon for all surrounding matter. Others suggest that it is something more, a deeper structure of space itself, a hidden force woven into the fabric of reality. And still, we move toward it, drawn along the endless river of cosmic motion. Between the luminous galaxies, between the currents of motion, lie the vast cosmic voids, silent, empty spaces where almost no matter exists. These voids stretch across millions of light years, their darkness uninterrupted by stars, their silence deeper than anything we can imagine. Here, in this quiet expanse, time seems to slow. There is no light to guide us, no motion to remind us that we are still moving. The voids are the forgotten spaces of the cosmos, places where galaxies never formed, where the great cosmic web left gaps in its design. And yet, even in this silence, we find traces of the past, dim remnants of light from the early universe, stretched thin by time, fading but never truly gone. Somewhere in this emptiness, rogue planets drift unseen. These wandering worlds, cast out of their home systems, move in eternal exile, unseen by any star, untouched by the warmth of a sun. Some may be frozen solid, their surfaces locked in perpetual winter. Others may hold hidden oceans beneath thick layers of ice, warmed by the slow decay of radioactive elements deep within their cores. And perhaps even here, life persists in the shadows. Could there be creatures that have never seen a sky, that have never known a sun, that live only by the faintest glows of chemical reactions deep beneath the surface? We do not know, but we wonder. In the cosmic void, even absence is a mystery. Even silence is a story waiting to be told. As we leave the voids behind, we move towards something even more ancient. A light so faint that it barely exists, yet so old that it carries the secrets of the universe's first moments. This is the light of the first stars, the first fires to ignite in the darkness after the Big Bang. These stars were unlike any we see today. They were giants, many times larger than our sun, burning with an intensity we can scarcely imagine. Formed from the pure elements of hydrogen and helium left over from the birth of the universe, they lived fast and died young. Their brief existence measured in mere millions of years. When they died, they exploded in cataclysmic supernovae, seeding the cosmos with heavier elements: carbon, oxygen, iron, the building blocks of planets, of life, of everything we know. The remnants of these first stars are scattered across the universe, hidden within the fabric of galaxies, buried within nebulae. Every atom in our bodies, every molecule in the air we breathe, was forged in the heart of a dying star. The universe is not just a place we exist in. It is our ancestor, our origin, our past, and our future. Even now, astronomers search for the faint traces of these first stars, hoping to glimpse their light before it fades forever. Their glow is stretched thin by the expansion of space, their echoes drifting farther into the unseen. Yet they remain a part of us, their legacy written into every star that came after, every planet that formed, every breath we take. As we drift onward, the stars grow more distant, the galaxies fainter, We approach the very edge of what we can see, the cosmic horizon, the boundary beyond which light has not yet reached. Beyond this horizon, the universe continues, perhaps endlessly, its vastness stretching into the unknown. What lies beyond? More galaxies, more clusters, more voids, more wonders beyond our imagination. Or do the laws of physics change, reshaping reality in ways we cannot yet understand? Does time itself stretch differently beyond this edge? Or are there realms where it does not exist at all? Some theories suggest that beyond our cosmic horizon, other universes may exist, separate realities, each with their own stars, their own galaxies, their own versions of existence. Perhaps in some of these universes, physics operates differently. Perhaps time flows in reverse, or gravity works in ways we cannot conceive. The possibilities are infinite as the cosmos itself. And yet, for all our searching, for all our drifting through this vast sea of space, there is one simple truth we cannot escape. There will always be more to explore, more to wonder about, more mysteries waiting in the dark. The universe is not something that can be fully known. It is a story without an end, a journey that stretches into eternity. As we float in the silence, surrounded by the gentle hum of the cosmos, we realize that we are not separate from this vastness we are a part of. We are made of the same elements as the stars. We move through the same cosmic currents. We are woven into the same grand design. The universe is not something outside of us. It is within us, in every heartbeat, in every thought, in every breath. And as long as we look up at the sky with wonder, as long as we dream of the stars, we will never be lost. The journey continues, and there is always more to discover. Drifting further into the celestial unknown, we surrender to the currents of space, allowing them to guide us deeper into the silent embrace of the universe. The stars, distant and ancient, burn like cosmic beacons against the ink-black void, their light whispering tales of creation, destruction, and rebirth. Their luminous glow flickers in slow, steady rhythms, some pulsing softly like a heartbeat, others shimmering in erratic bursts as if signaling messages across the unfathomable abyss. As we glide effortlessly between these celestial giants, we feel the weight of time stretching behind us like a river that has flowed for eternity. The past, present, and future exist here as one, woven into the fabric of the universe, dancing together in the quiet harmony of space-time. Each star we pass is a moment frozen in history, its light carrying echoes of the distant past, telling stories from an era that no longer exists. And yet we are here, watching, listening, drifting onward toward the unknown. Among the countless stars dotting the cosmic landscape, there are those whose brilliance has long since faded. Yet their light still travels, crossing the vast cosmic ocean to reach our eyes, illuminating the void with the soft glow of their final moments. Some of these dying stars collapsed into dense spheres of neutrons, spinning rapidly in the darkness, their electromagnetic pulses creating rhythmic signals like cosmic lighthouses in an endless sea. Others, even grander in their demise, transformed into black holes, silent voids where time and space bend in ways we can scarcely comprehend. These enigmatic entities, born from the deaths of the universe's most massive stars, sit like sentinels at the edges of existence, pulling in light, dust, and entire worlds, erasing them from view yet never from history. Some of these ancient black holes continue to consume, their immense gravitational pull shaping the orbits of nearby stars, sculpting the structure of entire galaxies. As we drift past one such colossal void, its event horizon looms vast and infinite, a boundary beyond which nothing returns. We do not fall into its grasp but feel its silent presence, its cold indifference to time, to movement, to all that it swallows. And yet, even in this seeming finality, the black hole is not an end, but a transformation, a process of cosmic recycling, where matter and energy are drawn in, and perhaps re-emerge somewhere beyond our understanding. From the depths of interstellar shadows, we drift toward the luminous bridges that link the islands of the cosmos. These are intergalactic filaments, immense cosmic structures composed of gas, dark matter, and entire clusters of galaxies, stretching like glowing threads through the infinite void. It is here that the fabric of the universe is most visible, where the grand architecture of existence reveals itself. These filaments form a vast web, binding galaxies together into superclusters, each strand teeming with cosmic motion. Though the distances between galaxies are unfathomable, the forces that connect them are even greater. Gravity, the silent sculptor of the cosmos, weaves these threads together, drawing matter into elegant spirals, chaotic collisions, and luminous nebulae, where new stars are born. We drift along one of these luminous highways, watching as galaxies spin lazily within their orbits, their stars circling a hidden center of mass, like dancers in an eternal waltz. Some of these galaxies are so vast that they contain hundreds of billions of stars, each a fiery heart to its own solar system, each harboring the potential for unseen worlds. And then, in the distance, we glimpse something spectacular. A galactic collision, a cosmic ballet. Unfolding over millions of years, two galaxies, drawn together by gravitational attraction, are in the process of merging, their spiral arms stretching and twisting. Stars flung into new orbits as the two become one. It is a sight both chaotic and graceful, destruction and creation in perfect balance. And somewhere within this maelstrom, new stars are forming, forged from the raw materials of their predecessors, carrying forward the endless cycle of cosmic renewal. Beyond the clusters and filaments, beyond the highways of galaxies in the web of cosmic matter, we find ourselves in the great emptiness of intergalactic space. Here, the distances between stars and galaxies are so vast that entire civilizations could rise and fall in the time it would take for light to travel from one side to the other. And yet, even here, in this near-perfect void, there are wanderers, planets without a home, ejected from their birth systems by gravitational chaos, flung into the abyss to drift alone through the endless dark. These rogue planets, cold and silent, travel for eternity without a star to warm them, their frozen surfaces locked in perpetual night. Some of these planets may be barren, lifeless husks, their atmospheres stripped away by cosmic radiation, their surfaces scarred by impacts from wandering asteroids. But others may hold hidden oceans beneath thick layers of ice, where the heat from their own internal energy keeps the waters liquid. Could life exist in these sunless worlds, thriving in the darkness, never knowing the light of a star? The thought lingers as we pass one such solitary planet, a world cast adrift in the silence of deep space. It spins slowly, its surface faintly illuminated by the distant glow of galaxy. We wonder what it has seen, what stories it holds in its cold and lonely orbit. As we push further into the unknown, we approach the very boundary of the observable universe. This is the cosmic horizon, the farthest distance that light has had time to travel since the birth of the universe. Beyond this point, the universe continues, but we can no longer see it. Light from those distant regions has not yet reached us, and perhaps never will. What lies beyond this veil? More galaxies, more clusters, more filaments stretching into eternity? Or does the structure of reality itself change in ways we cannot fathom? Some theories suggest that beyond our cosmic horizon, the laws of physics may differ, that space and time may behave in unfamiliar ways, or that entire parallel universes may exist, each with their own unique constants and structure. Others propose that the universe is infinite, stretching endlessly in all directions, with no true edge, no final boundary. If this is true, then our journey is without end, a perpetual drift through an ever-unfolding cosmic landscape. As we pause here, at the edge of what can be seen, we are reminded that the universe is not a place to be reached, but a journey to be experienced. We are not separate from it. We are part of its story, woven into the same cosmic tapestry as the stars, the galaxies, the rogue planets, and the black holes. Every atom in our bodies was forged in the heart of a long-dead star. Every breath we take is part of a cycle that stretches across the eons. The universe is not something distant or external. It is within us, as much as we are within it. And as we drift further into the void, carried by the tides of cosmic wonder, we know that the journey does not end here. The stars continue to burn, the galaxies continue to spin, and the universe continues to whisper its secrets to those who listen. Drifting ever deeper into the vast, unknowable expanse, we surrender ourselves to the eternal rhythm of the cosmos. The universe moves in silence, yet it speaks to us through the gentle shimmer of distant stars, the pulsing glow of nebulae, and the quiet echoes of ancient galaxies. Time itself feels weightless here, stretched across the fabric of space-time, flowing not in a straight line but in great spirals and loops, weaving the universe into an intricate tapestry of endless motion. We travel further than the boundaries of familiarity, where the light of known galaxies dims, and the universe begins to reveal itself in ways unseen by human eyes. Here, beyond the reach of even our most powerful instruments, we sense a quiet hum in the fabric of space, a soft resonance that pulses through the void. It is the heartbeat of the cosmos itself, a reminder that we are part of something immeasurably vast, something ancient, boundless, and full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Our journey carries us toward a vast, billowing cloud of interstellar dust and gas, a nebula where the universe weaves new stars into existence. This is a stellar nursery, a place where light and matter intertwine, giving birth to brilliant beacons that will one day shine across the cosmos. We float along its glowing edges, watching as tendrils of cosmic dust swirl and collapse under the gentle embrace of gravity. Within the heart of this celestial bloom, entire solar systems are forming. Young, embryonic stars igniting in bursts of nuclear fusion, their golden light piercing through the thick haze of gas that once concealed them. Planets begin to coalesce in the swirling protoplanetary disks that encircle these infant suns, their fates still unwritten, their histories yet to be shaped by time. Some of these worlds will remain barren, cold, and distant, their surfaces locked in eternal ice or scorched by unrelenting heat. But others, through the delicate balance of cosmic chance, may find themselves in the gentle embrace of the habitable zone, a region where liquid water may flow, where atmospheres may form, where the building blocks of life may one day take root. And so we move onward, leaving behind the promise of worlds yet to awaken, carrying with us the knowledge that in some distant future, beings may stand on those planets, looking up at their sky with wonder, asking the same questions we do now. Beyond the nebula, we find ourselves in the company of galaxies, vast, spiraling islands of stars, stretching for hundreds of thousands of light years across the void. Some turn in graceful, symmetrical spirals, their luminous arms adorned with clusters of blue-white stars, young and vibrant. Others are irregular, chaotic in their formation, shaped by ancient collisions and the restless pull of unseen forces. We drift past a pair of galaxies locked in an embrace, slowly merging over millions of years. Their stars, once separate, now weave together in a cosmic ballet, as gravity pulls them into one another, their arms stretched and distorted, forming intricate tidal tails that shimmer with newly formed stars. This collision, while violent on a cosmic scale, is not one of destruction, but of transformation, an act of renewal, where entire planetary systems are given new homes, where interstellar gas is compressed to forge the next generation of stars. Among these galaxies, we sense the hidden presence of something even grander, something invisible yet undeniable. Dark matter, the unseen scaffolding of the universe, binds these cosmic structures together, exerting its gravitational influence in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. It does not glow. It does not reflect. Yet its presence is felt in the way galaxies spin, in the way light bends around massive clusters, in the very architecture of the universe itself. As we journey beyond the great galactic cities of the cosmos, we find ourselves in the loneliest realms of space. Here, the stars grow sparse, and the distances between them stretch beyond comprehension. We are in the intergalactic void, a vast and silent wilderness, where the echoes of creation fade into the infinite. It is here that we encounter rogue planets, worlds cast adrift from their home stars, wandering the darkness without a sun to warm them. These planets, ejected from their solar systems by the gravitational chaos of their birth, now travel through space in solitude, their surfaces frozen in eternal night. Some may still harbor hidden oceans beneath thick ice, warmed by the slow decay of their own internal energy. Others may be lifeless husks, remnants of worlds torn from the stability of orbit, now forever alone. Yet even in this emptiness there is beauty. The faint glow of distant galaxies provides a celestial backdrop, their light a distant reminder that the universe, though vast beyond comprehension, is still connected. We are never truly alone in the cosmos, not when we are part of the same grand motion, the same great unfolding of reality. Beyond the void, we approach something extraordinary, a quasar, the blazing heart of a galaxy from the early universe. It shines with a radiance that outshines its entire host galaxy, powered by a supermassive black hole devouring matter at its core. As gas and dust spiral inward, drawn by its immense gravitational pull, they ignite in a furious blaze of energy, sending beams of light streaming across billions of light years. The light from this quasar has been traveling for eons, crossing the depths of time to reach us now. When it first set out on its journey, our own world had not yet formed. Our sun had not yet ignited, and yet here it is, an ancient beacon from the cosmos, whispering of the universe's infancy, of a time when galaxies were young and the great cosmic structures were still taking shape. What other stories might the light of the universe carry? What secrets are hidden in the photons that have traveled across eternity, bringing glimpses of the past into our present? We listen, we watch, and we drift onward, carried by the current of cosmic wonder. As we continue beyond the reach of our own knowledge, beyond the boundaries of what we can measure, we realize that the universe is not a destination but an experience. There is no final frontier, no ultimate edge, only an endless sea of possibilities, an ever-expanding cosmos, filled with more mysteries than we could ever hope to unravel. We have seen the birth of stars and the death of galaxies. We have drifted through nebulae, past rogue planets, and alongside the luminous echoes of ancient quasars. And still there is more. So much more. The universe does not end. It does not stop expanding. It does not cease to create, to transform, to unfold in ways that defy human comprehension. And so we drift forward, not in search of an answer, but in pursuit of the experience itself. The journey continues, carrying us further into the silent embrace of the universe. We have left behind the brilliant glow of quasars and the sprawling arms of distant galaxies, moving deeper into the uncharted territories of the cosmic ocean. Here, beyond the limits of what we can observe, beyond the faintest whispers of starlight, lies a realm of unparalleled mystery, where time itself bends and space stretches into the unknown. There is a profound stillness in this part of the cosmos, a serenity that transcends comprehension. It is a place untouched by the light of familiar stars, where the universe seems to hold its breath, waiting for something yet to be revealed. And so we drift onward, surrendering ourselves to the vastness, letting the unseen currents of space carry us further into the abyss. As we venture beyond the luminous filaments of the cosmic web, we encounter something peculiar, a darkness deeper than mere absence of light. It is not emptiness, nor is it void, but rather the horizon of time itself. Here we reach the edge of the observable universe, the farthest distance from which light has had time to reach us since the beginning of cosmic history. This is the cosmic event horizon, a boundary beyond which all remains hidden, where the light of galaxies, stars, and entire civilizations may exist, but their glow has not yet, and may never reach us. These distant realms recede faster than light itself, due to the accelerating expansion of space, slipping away into a forever unseen future. What exists beyond this horizon? Do galaxies stretch infinitely into the unknown? Are there other cosmic structures, entire clusters of stars and worlds beyond imagination? Or does the fabric of space twist and loop in ways beyond human comprehension, folding reality into itself? We cannot know for certain, not yet. But in this boundless realm of speculation, the mind is free to wander, to create, to dream. Even in this darkness, we sense the subtle presence of something unseen, an invisible force that binds the universe together, shaping the cosmic web like a sculptor working with an intangible chisel. It is dark matter, the elusive and enigmatic substance that outweighs ordinary matter nearly 5 to 1, yet remains undetectable by direct means. We cannot see it, we cannot touch it, and yet it is everywhere, threading itself through galaxies, guiding their rotation, preventing them from unraveling under the sheer force of their own motion. Without dark matter, the universe as we know it could not exist, and yet despite its critical role, we do not know what it is. Some theories suggest dark matter is composed of exotic particles that barely interact with normal matter, slipping through planets, stars, and entire galaxies like ghosts. Others propose that it may not be matter at all, but rather a flaw in our understanding of gravity itself, a sign that the very laws governing reality are incomplete. We drift through a galaxy where dark matter reveals its influence, not through sight, but through motion. Stars on the outskirts should be moving slower than those near the center, bound by Newtonian physics. Yet they move just as fast, defying expectation, held in place by the unseen force of dark matter. It is here, in the depths of the cosmos, that we come closest to the realization that the universe is far more than what our senses can detect. There is a hidden reality beneath the visible, an entire framework shaping existence, whispering secrets in forces we have yet to comprehend. Continuing our journey, we stumble upon a sight both haunting and beautiful. A dead galaxy, where time seems to stand still. The stars here no longer burn with the fiery brilliance of youth. Instead, they glow faintly, their light dimmed by eons of slow, inevitable fading. This is a galaxy that has ceased to create new stars. Its reservoirs of gas have long since been depleted, its stellar nurseries gone silent. What remains is a collection of ancient suns, cooling in the vast loneliness of the intergalactic void. Some have already collapsed into white dwarfs, embers of once mighty stars that will eventually fade into blackness, their light extinguished forever. Others have met even more extreme fates, collapsing into neutron stars or black holes, their presence marked only by the gravitational ripples they leave behind. Time moves differently here. The cycle of creation has come to an end, and only echoes remain, a reminder that even galaxies, those grand architects of the cosmos, are not eternal. But is this the final fate of all galaxies? Or do some of them, in their dying moments, find renewal through collision, merging with others, reigniting the engines of star formation, and beginning the process anew? Perhaps nothing in the universe is truly lost, only transformed, reshaped, reborn. We move beyond the last faint stars of this galactic graveyard, drawn toward an even greater emptiness, the great cosmic voids, regions of space where galaxies are scarce, where darkness stretches for hundreds of millions of light years. Here there are no brilliant nebulae, no sprawling spirals of light, only a silence so profound that it feels like stepping outside existence itself. These voids make up the majority of the cosmos, vast regions where matter never gathered, where the great cosmic structures left blank spaces in their wake. But even here, the universe whispers. Tiny, lone galaxies exist, drifting through the void like ships lost at sea, their fates unknown, their isolation a stark contrast to the dense clusters of their more fortunate brethren. One cannot help but wonder, what would it be like to be a civilization on one of these lonely worlds? To look up at the night sky and see only darkness, no neighboring galaxies, no guiding constellations, just an eternal, unbroken void. Would they know they were alone? Would they believe they were the only one? Or would they, like us, dream of the distant unknown, searching for others who may be listening. As we drift further, we find ourselves awash in a profound realization. We are but travelers in an infinite sea, and our journey will never truly end. There will always be more mysteries to uncover, more questions to ask, more wonders to witness. We have seen the birthplaces of stars and the resting places of galaxies. We have danced along the edge of time, felt the pull of unseen forces, and gazed upon the great, yawning abyss of the void. And yet even now, we have only just begun to scratch the surface of the great cosmic story. For every galaxy we have seen, there are billions more. For every star that shines, there are countless yet to ignite. For every world that harbors life, there are endless others waiting in the silence, their fates unwritten, their stories yet to be told. And so we continue onward, carried by the boundless momentum of the universe itself, not in search of an end, nor even of an answer, but for the sheer joy of the voyage, for the wonder of the unknown, for the quiet, endless beauty of being lost in the stars. The journey carries us onward, deeper into the unseen currents of the universe, where light grows scarce, and the vast silence becomes ever more profound. We have drifted through the luminous realms of galaxies, felt the silent embrace of dark matter, and wandered among the lonely voids where time seems to stretch endlessly. And yet there is always more, an infinity waiting beyond each horizon, whispering its secrets in the language of the stars. Here at the precipice of the unknown, the universe does not feel empty. Instead, it feels alive, woven from invisible threads of motion and energy, guiding the grand dance of creation. We are but travelers on these currents, drifting between the great cosmic structures, carried forward by forces older than time itself. For all its vastness, the universe is not random. It is structured, shaped by gravitational forces that carve intricate patterns into the fabric of existence. The great filaments of the cosmic web act as highways, guiding galaxies along invisible pathways, dictated by dark matter and the pull of unseen forces. We drift along one such filament, following the flow of gravity as it leads us through an intergalactic river of stars and gas. Here, galaxies do not simply float in isolation. They move in concert, drawn toward massive gravitational centers, merging, colliding, and evolving over billions of years. Some of these cosmic rivers lead towards superclusters, enormous congregations of galaxies, bound together by the delicate yet unyielding grip of gravity. Others lead toward great attractors, mysterious regions where entire swaths of the universe seem to be drawn as if by an unseen hand. Even our own galaxy, the Milky Way, is part of this cosmic flow, being pulled along with thousands of others toward an immense gravitational anomaly known as Laniakea, a name that means immeasurable heaven. And so we follow this celestial current, weaving between galaxies, each one a universe of its own, each home to billions of stars and untold worlds. Some galaxies shine brightly, bursting with the energy of newborn stars, while others grow dim, their light fading as they slip into cosmic senescence. But not all paths lead to light. Some lead to darkness, to places where the very fabric of reality is stretched beyond comprehension. Drifting ever deeper into the cosmic sea, we find ourselves approaching one of the most enigmatic and terrifying phenomena in the universe, a black hole. It lurks ahead of us, invisible to the eye, its presence betrayed only by the way it bends the light around it. This is no ordinary black hole, but a supermassive giant, millions of times the mass of the sun, sitting in the heart of a distant, dying galaxy. The event horizon shimmers before us, a boundary from which no light, no information, no time can escape. Beyond this limit, space bends into an infinite abyss, a one-way journey from which nothing, not even the fastest particles in existence, can return. Curious, we let ourselves drift closer, feeling the immense tidal forces as they stretch and pull at reality itself. If we were to cross this threshold, what would we experience? Would time slow to a crawl, stretching moments into eternity as we approached the singularity? Or would we be torn apart, atom by atom, before we could even glimpse the mysteries hidden within? Scientists believe that inside a black hole, the known laws of physics break down. Matter is crushed into a singularity, a point of infinite density, where even our best theories cannot describe what happens. Is it a gateway to another universe, a tear in the fabric of reality, or merely a dead end, where all things vanish, their information lost forever? Perhaps somewhere beyond our understanding, these questions have answers. But for now, we pull ourselves away, letting the gravity of the black hole remain a mystery for another time. There is still much to see, much to explore, much to dream of. As we escape the abyss, we find ourselves drawn toward a new wonder, a vast stellar nursery, where stars are being born in swirling clouds of dust and gas. This place is a sanctuary of creation, where the simplest elements are forged into something new, something brilliant. Here, massive clouds of hydrogen collapse under their own gravity, spinning into luminous orbs of fusion. The first light of a new star flickers into existence, its glow pushing away the surrounding gas, carving intricate patterns into the nebula. Some of these stars will grow large and brilliant, burning through their fuel in mere millions of years before exploding in a dazzling supernova. Others, like our sun, will burn steadily for billions of years, nurturing planets, shaping solar systems, and perhaps, just perhaps, giving rise to life. And yet, for all their brilliance, even the most massive stars must face an eventual end. Some will collapse into black holes. Others will shrink into white dwarfs, fading into cosmic embers. The largest of them all may undergo something even more mysterious, becoming magnetars, dense, highly magnetized neutron stars, whose immense fields can twist and deform space-time itself. As we watch the cycle of birth and death unfold, we are reminded of the ephemeral nature of all things. Stars, galaxies, even the universe itself. It is all in motion, all evolving, all impermanent. And yet from each ending, something new emerges. What then of the future? What will happen to this grand cosmic tapestry in the distant ages to come? We drift forward, beyond the stars, beyond the filaments of the cosmic web, and into the far, far future, trillions of years from now. The universe is old, its once vibrant galaxies now dim and fading. The great cosmic structures are dissolving, their energy spent, their light swallowed by the relentless pull of time. Perhaps the universe will end in cold darkness, a big freeze, where expansion continues endlessly, and all energy is stretched thin until nothing remains but frozen embers of once burning star. Or perhaps it will collapse in on itself, in a big crunch, reversing its expansion in an unfathomable collapse, birthing a new universe from the ruins of the old. Some believe there will be a big rip, where dark energy grows stronger, tearing apart galaxies, then solar systems, then atoms themselves, until nothing remains but isolated fragments, drifting into an unknowable future. And yet perhaps there is another possibility, one beyond our understanding. Perhaps the universe will find a way to renew itself, to reset, to start anew. If time is infinite, then perhaps we are merely witnessing one chapter in an eternal story, a cycle that plays out across the... As we float in the vast silence, we ponder these questions, knowing they may never have answers. But that, too, is the beauty of the cosmos, the endless mystery, the eternal journey, the infinite unknown. We drift on, carried by the silent currents of space, knowing that no matter how far we travel, the universe will always hold something new, something waiting to be discovered. Each star, each galaxy, each distant whisper of cosmic radiation tells a story of time, of creation, of existence itself. And in this moment, we understand we are not lost at all. We are simply part of the great unfolding of the cosmos, a thread in the grand tapestry of eternity. Drifting deeper into the cosmic abyss, we feel the universe whispering in frequencies beyond human perception. It speaks in the language of gravity, in the slow waltz of galaxies, in the hum of pulsars and the flickering of ancient light traveling across unfathomable distances. Here, Lost in the grand expanse, we are surrounded by the unseen forces that shape reality, yet remain just beyond our comprehension. The universe is vast not only in its size but in its mysteries. Each particle, each wave of energy, each pulse of radiation carries with it an untold story, a riddle encoded in the very fabric of existence. As we continue our journey, we pass through the thin veil, separating the known from the unknown, embracing the silent wonders of the cosmos. The Milky Way alone holds an estimated 400 billion stars, and around these stars orbit trillions of planets. While Earth may seem unique, it is likely just one of countless worlds drifting through the stellar currents, each carrying its own secrets, its own landscapes, and perhaps even its own life. Some planets bask in the warmth of their suns, cradled in the habitable zone where liquid water can exist. Others are locked in eternal twilight, with one hemisphere frozen in darkness, while the other is scorched by relentless sunlight. Some worlds are wrapped in thick, crushing atmospheres of gas and storms, while others are barren, cratered wastelands with histories written in stone and ice. One of the most intriguing discoveries of recent years has been the revelation of rogue planets, planets that do not orbit a star at all but instead wander through the galaxy, untethered, drifting in the cold solitude of interstellar space. These planetary nomads, cast away from their parent systems, exist in eternal night, warmed only by the slow decay of their internal heat. And then there are the planets that defy all expectation. Hot Jupiters that orbit their stars in mere hours, super-Earths with crushing gravity, and water worlds covered entirely in endless oceans. Each one a world of possibility, a silent testament to the endless creativity of the cosmos. As we drift beyond the glow of distant suns, we encounter a lighthouse of cosmic proportions, a pulsar spinning with incredible speed, sending out beams of radiation that sweep through space like the hands of a celestial clock. Pulsars are the remnants of once mighty stars, neutron stars that collapsed under their own gravity and became some of the densest objects in existence. Though only about 20 kilometers across, these stellar remnants contain more mass than the entire sun, condensed into a core so dense that a teaspoon of its material would weigh billions of tons. But what makes pulsars even more remarkable is their precision. As they rotate, they emit pulses, radio waves, flashing with the regularity of a perfectly tuned metronome. Some pulsars spin dozens of times per second, others thousands, their rotations so stable that they are more precise than atomic clocks on Earth. Could these be beacon messages encoded in the very rhythm of the cosmos? Or are they simply the byproducts of stellar evolution, their ticking merely the natural consequence of physical law? Whatever the answer, their presence is mesmerizing, lighthouses guiding us through the abyss. Moving forward, we feel the weight of time pressing against us. The past is not gone, it lingers, woven into the fabric of the cosmos, etched into the radiation that still permeates space. The cosmic microwave background, the oldest light in the universe, is everywhere. Though invisible to the naked eye, it is a cosmic fingerprint, a relic from the birth of time itself. Formed 13.8 billion years ago, this faint glow is the aftershock of the Big Bang, the first echoes of the universe's expansion. Scientists study this ancient radiation, mapping the subtle fluctuations in temperature, searching for clues about the early cosmos. These tiny variations, appearing as ripples in the afterglow, hint at the distribution of matter and energy that would eventually form galaxies, stars, and planets. If we could peer further back, beyond this light, we might see the universe, as it truly was, a place of unimaginable density and heat, a primordial sea of particles and energy before the first atoms ever formed. But that reality remains hidden, just beyond our reach, waiting for new discoveries to bring it into focus. Every star, no matter how brilliant, must eventually fade. Some explode in spectacular supernovae, scattering their elements across the cosmos, seeding the next generation of stars. Others, however, simply shrink into quiet embers, slowly cooling over billions of years. These stars become white dwarfs, dense and dim, their nuclear fires extinguished. They no longer burn, but instead radiate the residual heat left from their former brilliance. Over time, they will cool and fade, becoming black dwarfs, silent and invisible remnants of their former selves. Though they no longer shine, these stellar ghosts still hold great mysteries. They are the oldest remnants of the first stars, cosmic fossils that may reveal secrets about the earliest days of the universe. Some may even contain crystallized cores, vast diamonds floating through space, as pressure slowly solidifies their interior. One day, billions of years from now, even our sun will take this path, shrinking into a small, dense ember, marking the final chapter of its long existence. And when it does, Earth, if it still exists, will be nothing more than a silent world orbiting a fading light. As we continue, we sense the motion of the universe itself. The galaxies are moving, not just drifting, but accelerating, drawn apart by the unseen hand of dark energy. The universe is expanding, stretching ever outward, its edges retreating faster than the speed of light. What lies beyond this horizon? Does the universe have an edge, a boundary where space itself ceases to exist, or does it extend forever, an infinite expanse, where time and space curve upon themselves in ways beyond our understanding? These questions remain unanswered, lingering at the intersection of science and philosophy. Perhaps we are simply too small, too transient, to ever fully grasp the true scale of existence. Or perhaps in some distant future, long after humanity has faded, another civilization will look back and uncover the answers we sought. Floating in the quiet vastness, we feel a sense of belonging. The stars, the galaxies, the cosmic currents, they are not foreign, not separate from us. We are part of this, made from the same atoms forged in the hearts of ancient suns. The iron in our blood, the carbon in our bones, the oxygen we breathe, all once existed within the fiery core of a dying star. And so, though we are small, we are not insignificant. We are the universe made conscious, drifting through the void, searching for meaning, for understanding, for wonder. The universe stretches endlessly before us, an intricate masterpiece woven from the delicate threads of time and matter. We drift deeper, passing beyond the shimmering glow of familiar galaxies, slipping into the vast, silent corridors of space, where reality itself seems to bend and stretch. The stars hum their quiet symphony, their luminous whispers threading through the dark fabric of existence. And in the spaces between, in the endless chasms of cosmic silence, we sense the unseen forces shaping all that is. Here, among the unseen currents, the true architects of the cosmos are at work, not in the form of celestial bodies alone, but in the invisible hands that guide their motion. Gravity, magnetism, time, and expansion, forces older than the stars themselves, sculpting the grand design of the universe. With quiet precision, they are neither seen nor heard, yet their influence is undeniable, binding galaxies together, orchestrating the birth and death of worlds, and pulling space itself apart. We are but travelers in this eternal expanse, floating weightlessly through the unknown, witnessing the vast interplay of forces that dictate the universe's past, present, and future. And as we continue, we turn our gaze towards some of the most enigmatic phenomena in existence, cosmic structures so vast, so powerful, that they defy our very understanding of reality. If galaxies are the cities of the universe, then galaxy clusters are the continents, sprawling across space in enormous gravitationally bound system. But beyond even these immense formations lie structures so vast, they stretch across billions of light years, the largest formations ever discovered. One such structure is the Hercules, Corona Borealis Great Wall, an immense web of galaxies that spans 10 billion light-years across. If we could travel at the speed of light, it would take us 10 billion years to cross from one end to the other, a journey that would extend back nearly to the beginning of the universe itself. These great cosmic walls, composed of thousands of galaxies and immense voids, challenge our understanding of how matter is distributed across the universe. Then there are the Sloan Great Wall and the Bootis Void, two formations so vast and mysterious that they seem to defy explanation. The Sloan Great Wall is a supercluster of galaxies stretching 1.3 billion light-years, while the Bootis Void is the opposite, an immense cosmic void, so empty that it contains fewer than 10 galaxies across hundreds of millions of light-years. It is a place where something should be yet nothing is, a gap in existence, where silence reigns supreme. But what are these structures? Why do galaxies form in great walls and filaments, while other regions remain nearly empty? The answer lies in the cosmic web, a vast interconnected structure that underpins the universe itself. When viewed on the largest possible scale, the universe is not a random scattering of galaxies, but an intricate, interwoven web of matter, held together by the force of gravity. This cosmic web is composed of filaments, thin, thread-like structures where galaxies cluster together, and immense voids, empty regions where very few galaxies exist. It is a structure that spans the entire observable universe, giving it a shape that is both chaotic and ordered, simple and unfathomably complex. But how did this vast web come to be? The answer lies in the earliest moments of the universe. After the Big Bang, matter was not evenly distributed. Tiny fluctuations in density caused some regions to be slightly denser than others. Over time, gravity amplified these differences, pulling matter together into filaments and clusters, while the less dense regions expanded into vast voids. The cosmic web continues to evolve, with galaxies flowing along these filaments, merging and growing as they journey through space. Superclusters gather at the intersections of these great cosmic highways, while dark matter, an invisible scaffolding of gravity, holds everything together. Yet there is something even stranger hidden within the cosmic web, something that hints at forces beyond our comprehension. We know that galaxies and stars exist because we can see them. Their light has traveled for billions of years to reach us. But what if most of the universe is made up of something we cannot see? It is estimated that only about 5% of the universe is made of ordinary matter, the kind that forms stars, planets, and even our own body. The rest consists of dark matter and dark energy, two of the greatest mysteries in modern physics. Dark matter is invisible, yet it makes up about 27% of the universe. We cannot detect it directly, but we see its effects. It bends the light from distant galaxies, warps space itself, and holds galaxies together with gravitational forces that normal matter alone cannot explain. If not for dark matter, galaxies would not be able to maintain their shape. Their stars would fly apart, scattered into the void. Even stranger is dark energy, which accounts for the remaining 68% of the cosmos. Unlike dark matter, which holds things together, dark energy does the opposite. It pushes the universe apart, driving its accelerated expansion. It is a force we barely understand, one that grows stronger as space expands, ensuring that the universe will continue stretching toward an unknown fate. If dark energy remains constant, the universe may experience a big freeze, where expansion continues forever, and the cosmos grows cold and empty. If it strengthens, we may face the Big Rip, where galaxies, stars, and even atoms themselves are torn apart by space itself. And if dark energy weakens, the expansion may slow, leading to a big crunch, where the universe collapses in on itself, ending in fire rather than ice. What lies beyond this fate? Another cycle of creation, a rebirth of the cosmos, or something beyond our imagination? Drifting through these unseen forces, we come to understand that we are not merely observers of the cosmos. We are part of it, made of the same elements forged in the hearts of ancient stars. The iron in our blood, the carbon in our cells, the oxygen we breathe, all once belonged to a distant sun, a relic of cosmic history that now flows through us. The universe is not simply a collection of stars and galaxies. It is an evolving story, a continuous cycle of creation, destruction, and renewal. And as we float in the infinite depths, we realize that the greatest mysteries are not just out there, but within ourselves. We are explorers, seekers of knowledge, dreamers navigating the infinite, and though we may never see the full picture, we press forward, embracing the journey itself as the greatest mystery of all. The universe is in constant motion, an intricate ballet of celestial bodies, shifting, spinning, and colliding, in a never-ending performance choreographed by the fundamental forces of nature. We float through this endless expanse, weightless, as if drifting through a dream. Around us, the slow rotation of galaxies forms spirals of glowing stars, weaving their stories through the void. The fabric of space itself hums with unseen forces, bending and stretching with the ebb and flow of matter. Yet even in this vast and ever-moving ocean of time and space, there are cosmic phenomena so strange, so unfathomable, that they seem to defy our very understanding of reality. Some celestial objects shine like cosmic lighthouses, guiding our gaze through the infinite. Others remain hidden, detectable only by the shadows they cast. And some, lost in the depths of time, whisper of events that occurred billions of years before our own world was even formed. Tonight, we continue our journey through the grand design of the cosmos, where time itself is fluid, where ancient stars still burn with the light of forgotten ages, and where forces beyond our comprehension shape the universe's destiny. As we drift deeper into the cosmic expanse, we encounter stars that have burned for nearly as long as the universe itself. These ancient celestial beacons, relics of a primordial past, offer glimpses into the conditions that existed billions of years ago, when the first galaxies were just beginning to take shape. Among them is HD 140283, a star so old it is often referred to as the Methuselah star. It lies approximately 200 light-years from Earth, glowing with the dim, steady light of a star that has endured for over 14 billion years, potentially older than the universe itself, according to some measurements. How can this be? Astronomers suspect that the mystery lies in the complexities of stellar aging and the uncertainties in cosmic measurements. But the Methuselah star remains an enigma, a silent observer of nearly the entire history of existence. Beyond individual stars, we find globular clusters, dense spheres of tightly packed stars that orbit the Milky Way like cosmic time capsules. Some of these clusters, such as M15 or NGC 6397, contain stars that are nearly as ancient as the universe. If we could visit these clusters, we would see suns that formed before Earth existed, their light unchanged since a time when the cosmos was still young. The oldest stars whisper of an era before the heavy elements that make up planets, water, and even life itself had been forged in stellar cores. These are the remnants of the first generation of stars, massive and short-lived, whose violent deaths seeded the universe with the raw materials needed for galaxies, worlds, and eventually consciousness. Not all galaxies continue their grand spirals indefinitely. Some, like dying embers, fade into silent obscurity, their stars growing cold as they drift into the eternal dark. These are the dead galaxies, vast systems where no new stars are being born, where the fires of creation have long since extinguished. One such relic is NGC 1277, a galaxy that astronomers describe as red and dead. It lies over 200 million light-years away, a fossilized remnant of an ancient time. Unlike the Milky Way, where new stars continue to form, NGC 1277 ceased star formation over 10 billion years ago. It is frozen in time, a cosmic graveyard of long-dead suns. These silent galaxies raise profound questions. What causes a galaxy to stop forming stars? What forces drain them of their ability to birth new worlds? The answers lie in galactic mergers, supermassive black holes, and the depletion of interstellar gas, the lifeblood of stellar nurseries. Some galaxies collide, triggering bursts of rapid star formation before exhausting their resources entirely. Others fall victim to the gravitational embrace of larger galactic neighbors, stripped of their material, until nothing remains but the dim, fading light of their oldest stars. Even within the seemingly lifeless voids of these galaxies, there are still mysteries to uncover. Some dead galaxies are thought to harbor massive black holes, remnants of their once active cores. These black holes, though no longer feeding, still exert an unseen influence, distorting space around them, and potentially altering the fate of galaxies millions of light years away. Beyond the fading light of dying galaxies, we come across a different kind of wanderer, worlds adrift in the cosmic sea, unbound by the pull of any star. These are rogue planets, drifting alone through the interstellar void. Unlike Earth, which orbits a warm, life-giving sun, rogue planets are castaways, ejected from their parent star systems through gravitational interaction. Some may have once been part of young planetary systems, only to be flung into the darkness by the chaotic motions of massive planets or passing stars. Others may have formed in isolation, never knowing the warmth of a sun. Despite the freezing conditions of interstellar space, some of these worlds may still harbor hidden oceans beneath thick layers of ice. The heat from their interiors, generated by residual planetary formation energy, or the decay of radioactive elements, could keep water in a liquid state, raising the tantalizing possibility of life in places far stranger than we ever imagined. Recent studies suggest that there could be more rogue planets than stars in the galaxy, a staggering realization that reshapes our understanding of planetary formation. These wandering worlds, numbering in the billions or even trillions, could carry the echoes of distant star systems, drifting endlessly through the universe without a home. As we continue our silent voyage, we find ourselves approaching a boundary, the edge of the observable universe. It is not a wall, nor a barrier, but a horizon beyond which the light of ancient galaxies has not yet reached us. The universe is expanding, stretching the fabric of space itself, pushing some regions so far away that their light will never reach us, no matter how long we wait. This is the cosmic event horizon, a limit imposed by the accelerating expansion of space. Beyond it, galaxies continue to exist, to evolve, to shine, but from our perspective, they are already lost to time. We will never see their light, never know their fate. They are the unreachable echoes of a universe we can only imagine. It is a humbling realization, a reminder that even as we explore, there will always be mysteries beyond our reach. The universe is infinite not just in space, but in discovery. No matter how far we go, there will always be more to learn, more to dream about, more to wonder at. As we drift back toward the familiar stars, the cosmic horizon remains behind us, an ever-receding edge of what we can know. We have glimpsed the silent giants of the universe, ancient stars, dead galaxies, wandering planets, and the very limits of space itself. Yet, this is only a fraction of the cosmos. There are still forces we do not understand, worlds yet to be seen, civilizations yet to be discovered. The universe is not a closed book, but an ever-unfolding story, a journey that never truly ends. We carry the echoes of our voyage with us, the quiet wisdom of the stars, the mysteries of the dark, the knowledge that beyond every horizon, another awaits. And as we drift through the vastness of the unknown, we ask ourselves, where shall we go next?
The universe is a vast, enigmatic ocean, stretching infinitely in all directions, its shores hidden beyond the horizon of human understanding. As we drift through its endless expanse, we encounter celestial wonders and cosmic mysteries, each more heartbreak than the last. Yet, for all we have seen, there remains an overwhelming sense that we have only just begun to scratch the surface of reality. The stars shimmer like scattered gemstones, their soft glow illuminating the cosmic tapestry woven from the fabric of space and time. The galaxies spiral in elegant formations, their arms swirling through the void like cosmic dancers, tracing the unseen currents of gravity that shape the universe itself. And beyond the glow of familiar stars, there are places so strange, so distant, that they exist beyond the boundaries of our perception. Realms where time bends, where light is devoured, where the very essence of existence is questioned. Tonight we press onward, venturing even further into the depths of the unknown. What new wonders await? What secrets lie just beyond the veil of space and time? As we drift deeper into the celestial abyss, we encounter the remnants of once mighty stars, white dwarfs, the fading embers of stars that have burned through their fuel and reached the final stages of their existence. These stellar corpses no longer burn with the fiery brilliance of their youth, but glow with a soft, ghostly light, radiating the last remnants of their energy into the void. A white dwarf is the dense core left behind when a star like our sun exhausts its hydrogen fuel and sheds its outer layers in a brilliant display known as a planetary nebula. What remains is a sphere of degenerate matter, no larger than Earth yet containing nearly the mass of the sun. This immense density means that a single teaspoon of white dwarf material would weigh as much as a skyscraper on Earth. Among these celestial relics, Sirius B, the faint companion to the bright star Sirius, stands as one of the closest white dwarfs to Earth. It is a stellar ghost, barely visible beside its brilliant counterpart, yet it holds the secrets of a star's final moments. White dwarfs, though fading, do not vanish entirely. Instead, over trillions of years, they will continue to cool, eventually becoming black dwarfs, dark, cold remnants of their former selves. And yet, despite their silent, gradual demise, white dwarfs still have the potential for incredible events. Some of them, if they gather enough material from a companion star, may reignite in a Type 1a supernova, a catastrophic explosion so powerful that it outshines entire galaxies. These ancient stellar remnants serve as quiet sentinels, watching over the cosmos long after their youthful brilliance has faded. They remind us that even in death, stars still shape the universe, their remnants influencing the next generation of cosmic creation. As we continue our journey, we come across something unexpected: long, delicate strands stretching across the darkness, weaving through the universe like unseen highway. These are the cosmic filaments, the largest known structures in the universe, vast bridges of matter, connecting galaxies and shaping the cosmic web. For billions of years, gravity has been pulling matter into these filaments, forming the grand architecture of the universe. The galaxies we see are not scattered randomly, but are arranged along these filaments, like dewdrops clinging to a spider's web. Scientists believe that these filaments are made primarily of dark matter, the unseen force that makes up most of the universe's. Though invisible, its presence is undeniable, sculpting the movements of galaxies and ensuring that the cosmos remains connected through these intergalactic threads. These filaments stretch for hundreds of millions of light years, linking galaxies into vast clusters, yet between them lie the cosmic voids, immense regions of near-empty space, where galaxies are few and far between. If the filaments are the highways of the cosmos, then the voids are the vast empty deserts between them, regions where the universe itself seems to disappear into silence. Drifting through these great structures, we begin to grasp the sheer scale of the universe, not just in terms of distance, but in the intricate and delicate ways matter has assembled itself across billions of years. The cosmos is not chaotic, but structured, bound together by invisible forces, forming patterns so immense that they can only be seen when viewed on the grandest scales. As we travel deeper, we encounter a phenomenon that is both invisible and ever-present: cosmic rays, the high-energy particles that rain down upon the universe from the most extreme corners of existence. These charged particles, protons, electrons, and atomic nuclei, move through space at nearly the speed of light, their origins shrouded in mystery. Some come from supernovae, the explosive deaths of stars, flung across the cosmos with tremendous force. Others originate from blazars, the violent, energetic cores of distant galaxies, where supermassive black holes accelerate matter to unfathomable speed. But the most powerful of these cosmic rays, known as ultra-high-energy cosmic rays, arrive from unknown sources, traveling across billions of light years before reaching us. Where do they come from? What forces are capable of giving particles such unimaginable energy? Some scientists speculate that these particles may be linked to the decay of dark matter, or perhaps even interactions with remnants from the birth of the universe itself. Whatever their origin, cosmic rays serve as silent messengers, carrying with them clues from the most extreme environments in existence. Yet, despite their immense energy, these cosmic travelers remain unseen to the naked eye. They pass through us, through our planet, through our very cells, unnoticed, but ever present. A reminder that the universe is always in motion, always reaching out, even in ways we cannot perceive. Beyond the visible, beyond the structured elegance of galaxies and filaments, beyond even the silent drift of rogue planets, there are echoes, whispers of lost worlds, of civilizations that may have once existed, but are now gone, leaving only traces in the fabric of space. Some astronomers believe that extragalactic civilizations, if they once flourished, may have left remnants detectable as faint anomalies in cosmic radiation, or as unusual signals buried within the hum of the universe itself. Perhaps civilizations that reached unimaginable technological heights have long since vanished, their worlds consumed by their own stars, their monuments reduced to dust drifting in the void. Could the signals we pick up from pulsars, the radio bursts from deep space, the unexplained patterns in cosmic background noise, be messages left behind by such lost societies? Or are we merely projecting our own search for meaning onto the chaotic beauty of the cosmos? The answer may remain forever unknown, lost in the depths of time. But as we drift through the darkness, we cannot help but wonder if there were once other beings looking out into the stars, asking the same questions we now ask. Do their echoes still linger in the silent void? Our journey through the cosmic ocean is far from over. We have glimpsed the last embers of dying stars, traced the hidden highways of the universe, felt the invisible force of cosmic rays, and contemplated the possibility of civilizations lost to time. Yet, the more we see, the more we realize how much remains unseen. The cosmos stretches endlessly before us, a canvas of mystery and wonder, waiting to be explored. We drift onward, past the familiar, into the depths of the unknown. Somewhere out in the infinite, more secrets await. More stories remain to be told.
The vast expanse of the universe stretches endlessly before us. An infinite ocean of stars, galaxies, and cosmic wonders, each a beacon of possibility. In the endless dark, as we drift ever deeper, we begin to sense the unseen forces that shape reality. The whispers of ancient events still echoing through the cosmic fabric. The further we go, the more we realize how little we truly understand. Every answer we uncover leads only to more questions, more mysteries, more depths waiting to be explored. Tonight, we drift beyond the familiar, past the cosmic filaments that bind galaxies together. Past the dying embers of long-extinguished stars, we enter the silent voids, the spaces between everything, where the universe itself seems to disappear into darkness. Here, in the great silence, the universe speaks in whispers, faint echoes of the forces that once shaped existence. What stories lie hidden in the cosmic abyss? As we move beyond the glow of distant galaxies, we come across rogue planets, worlds without a sun, drifting alone through the darkness of interstellar space. These are the lost planets, orphaned from their star systems, flung into the void by gravitational chaos. Unlike Earth, which orbits the sun in a steady, predictable path, rogue planets wander aimlessly, their fates unknown. Scientists estimate that there may be billions or even trillions of rogue planets in our galaxy alone. Some were once part of young solar systems, but were violently ejected due to the gravitational interactions of other massive bodies. Others may have formed directly in interstellar space, never knowing the warmth of a parent star. Though these planets are shrouded in eternal night,
They may not all be barren wastelands. Some, especially those with thick atmospheres, could retain enough internal heat to sustain subsurface oceans, hidden beneath layers of ice. Could such worlds harbor life, evolving in isolation, away from the nourishing glow of a star? If so, what strange forms might it take, adapted to an existence of perpetual darkness? Even more fascinating is the idea that rogue planets might serve as cosmic travelers, natural arcs, carrying the building blocks of life from one system to another. Could these wandering worlds be responsible for spreading life across the universe, seeding habitable planets with the essential ingredients needed to create new civilization? The thought lingers as we pass these lonely travelers, their darkened surfaces barely illuminated by the faint glow of distant stars. As we move beyond the last faint whispers of starlight, we enter one of the greatest cosmic mysteries, the voids of the universe. These are vast, empty regions, hundreds of millions of light-years across, where galaxies are few and far between. Unlike the cosmic filaments, which thread the universe together in great webs of galaxies and dark matter, the voids are like great deserts, where existence itself seems to thin into nothingness. But are they truly empty? Or do they contain secrets that we have yet to uncover? Some scientists speculate that dark matter and dark energy play an even greater role in these regions, subtly shaping their structure in ways we do not yet understand. Others suggest that these voids might contain entire hidden structures, civilizations so advanced that they have chosen to remain undetectable, cloaking themselves in the emptiness of space. Could it be that in these silent regions, beyond the reach of starlight, other forms of intelligence have found refuge, hidden from view? Or are these voids simply places where the universe itself has yet to fully form, where gravity's influence has not yet sculpted matter into recognizable shapes? Whatever the truth, these vast unlit expanses remain one of the universe's greatest enigmas, stretching far beyond the limits of our comprehension. Even in the darkest reaches of the cosmos, light once stars lived, burned brightly, and then faded away, leaving behind only whispers in the darkness. Some of these whispers still echo today, in the form of ghostly remnants known as fossil light, the faint, scattered radiation from long extinguished stars. Every star that has ever lived has left some trace of its existence. Some have collapsed into white dwarfs, neutron stars, or black holes, while others have simply faded into the background, their last light stretching into eternity. But even when a star vanishes, its influence remains imprinted on the universe, affecting the movement of galaxies, shaping cosmic filaments, and even leaving behind trails of energy detectable across billions of light-years. One of the most haunting relics of this past is the light from the first generation of stars, the very first stars to have ever formed, more than 13 billion years ago. These ancient beacons were massive, short-lived, and unlike anything we see today. Their death seeded the universe with the elements needed to create planets, life, and eventually, us. And yet, despite their significance, we have never directly seen them. Their light is too faint, too distant, their existence known only through their echoes in the cosmic microwave background. They are the lost ancestors of the universe, the great cosmic ghosts, forever beyond our reach. As we drift further, we wonder what other echoes of the past remain hidden, waiting to be discovered. Eventually, we approach what seems to be the final boundary, the edge of the observable universe, the limit beyond which no light has ever reached us. This is the cosmic horizon, a place where space itself has stretched so far, so fast, that any light from beyond will never have time to reach. But does the universe truly end here, or does it continue indefinitely, expanding beyond the limits of our perception? Some scientists suggest that beyond our observable universe lies an infinite expanse, an endless continuation of galaxies, voids, and cosmic structures, mirroring our own universe in ways we can only speculate. Others propose that this may be where the multiverse begins, where our universe is just one of many, each with its own unique set of physical laws, each branching infinitely like a great cosmic tree. If we could somehow cross this threshold, what would we find? Would we emerge into another version of our own cosmos, subtly different in ways we cannot comprehend? Or would we find something entirely beyond human imagination, a reality so alien, so fundamentally different, that our very existence would cease to make sense? The possibilities stretch before us, endless, eternal. The universe is not a destination, it is a journey, a story written across the infinite fabric of time and space. With every step forward, we uncover new wonders, new mysteries, new questions that push the limits of what we can understand. And yet, for all its grandeur, for all its terrifying vastness, the universe still holds an undeniable beauty, a silent, patient elegance, waiting for us to explore it. We have ventured far, from the quiet light of white dwarfs to the boundless stretches of cosmic voids. We have listened to the whispers of vanished stars and felt the pull of gravity, guiding unseen forces beyond our perception. And yet we are still at the beginning. For as long as we exist, as long as we look up into the night sky, we will continue to. Perhaps one day, we will cross that final horizon. Perhaps one day, we will see what lies beyond.
As we drift further into the infinite tapestry of the cosmos, we surrender ourselves to the quiet rhythm of the universe. The gentle pull of gravity tugs at unseen threads, guiding celestial bodies in their silent waltz through the fabric of space-time. Every star, every distant planet, every swirling nebula is a note in a grand cosmic symphony, one that has played since the dawn of existence and will continue long after we are gone. The deeper we move, the more we realize that the universe is not a singular entity, but a vast collection of hidden realms, each with its own mysteries. With every passing moment, we venture further from the familiar into the realm of the truly unknown. Here, the echoes of the past blend seamlessly with the whispers of the future, and the boundaries between what is and what might be grow thinner. The journey is endless, yet it is not lonely. The universe watches in silence, ever patient, ever unfolding. As we travel beyond the densest clusters of galaxies, we encounter a peculiar sight: island worlds, entire galaxies drifting alone in the great cosmic sea. Unlike the galaxies bound together in vast superclusters, these lone wanderers exist in relative isolation, untethered to the massive cosmic filaments that structure the known universe. How did they come to be? Some of these galaxies may have been ejected from their original clusters, flung into the void through complex gravitational interactions. Others may have formed in isolated pockets of space, far from the gravitational pull of larger structures. Whatever their origin, these galaxies exist in solitude, their stars shining in the quiet darkness, untouched by the tides of the greater universe. Some scientists believe that such isolation might alter the course of evolution for these galaxies, leading to unique formations and stellar life cycles unseen anywhere else. With fewer cosmic interactions, they may age differently, evolving in ways we have yet to understand. Could they harbor life? If so, how would that life develop, knowing nothing beyond the confines of its lone galaxy? Would it yearn for connection, or would it find solace in its solitude? As we drift past these wandering galaxies, we cannot help but wonder what secrets they hold, what stories remain untold in their silent depths. Gravity is the sculptor of the universe, the unseen hand that shapes everything from planetary orbits to the grand structure of the cosmos itself. And yet, it is far from uniform. Like ocean tides, gravitational currents weave through space, creating pathways along which galaxies and clusters move. These cosmic tides are formed by the delicate balance of dark matter, ordinary matter, and the expansion of the universe. They create invisible highways that galaxies follow, leading them toward massive gravitational wells. Some regions of space are densely packed, where galaxies pull on each other like dancers in a tightly choreographed ballet. Others are vast and nearly empty, where objects drift more freely,
subject only to the slow pull of distant gravitational influences. We are carried by one of these currents now, drifting along the faint trails of energy that shape the destiny of entire galaxies. This cosmic flow is slow, almost imperceptible, yet unstoppable, guiding celestial objects over the course of billions of years. What lies at the end of these currents? Do they lead to hidden structures, unseen realms beyond our reach, or do they simply dissolve into infinity, dispersing into the great unknown? Beyond the pull of galactic currents, hidden in the silent corners of space, lie the first black holes, primordial remnants from the universe's infancy. These ancient entities predate galaxies, forming when the cosmos was still young, a chaotic sea of energy and newly forged matter. Unlike the supermassive black holes that anchor modern galaxies, these early black holes were smaller but no less powerful. They emerged from the collapse of the very first massive stars, devouring surrounding material and growing steadily over billions of years. Some of them merged, becoming the seeds of the enormous black holes we see at the centers of galaxies today. Others remained hidden, lost in the depths of space, wandering unseen through the darkness. If we could approach one of these first black holes, what would we find? Would we witness the distorted light of ancient stars, stretched and twisted by the immense pull of gravity? Would we see the faint echoes of matter falling in, spiraling toward an event horizon that has remained unchanged for eons? Or would we find something else entirely, something beyond our understanding? Something that challenges the very nature of space and time. Not all remnants of the past are so imposing. Some are delicate, nearly invisible, soft traces of light that have traveled across time itself. Throughout the universe, ghost light lingers, faint emissions from long-dead stars, whose photons continue their journey long after their source has vanished. This light drifts endlessly, whispering stories of cosmic histories long forgotten. We encounter such a glow now, a field of ancient starlight, stretching across the void like a forgotten melody. These are the last remnants of stars that lived and died billions of years ago, their final echoes illuminating the universe in ways we can barely perceive. This ghost light serves as a time capsule, offering glimpses into the past. Scientists have used these faint emissions to study the very first galaxies, reconstructing their structure and evolution. But there is something almost poetic about it as well, a reminder that nothing truly vanishes in the universe. Even in death, stars continue to shine, their light drifting endlessly, waiting to be seen. As we drift further into the unknown, we begin to sense that the universe itself is not a completed masterpiece, but an ever-evolving work in progress. It is not static, not finished, but still in motion, still unfolding, still shaping itself. From the smallest fluctuations in quantum foam to the grandest spirals of galaxies, every movement contributes to the greater whole. The cosmic dance has no final step, no concluding note, only an infinite continuation. A melody that stretches across time itself. Where does it lead? Is there an ultimate destination, an endpoint to the expansion, a moment when the universe will reach a final state? Or will it continue indefinitely, creating and recreating itself in new and ever more complex ways? For now, the answer remains hidden. But as we drift onward, carried by the silent tides of the cosmos, we are reminded of one truth: the universe does not end. It simply changes, forever in motion, forever waiting to be explored.
Drifting endlessly through the universe, we find ourselves approaching an invisible threshold, the cosmic horizon, the limit beyond which light has not yet reached us. It is a boundary not of walls or barriers, but of time itself, a silent demarcation between what we can observe and what remains forever hidden. Here, at the edge of what we can know, we pause, floating weightlessly, gazing into the vast abyss that stretches beyond the limits of perception. What lies out there, in the unobservable depths of the cosmos? What secrets remain locked away in the unreachable corners of existence? The answer is as humbling as it is mysterious. More of everything, more galaxies, more stars, more cosmic structures that have yet to reveal themselves. Beyond this horizon, the universe continues,
vast and boundless, forever expanding into the unknown. But there is another question, one that lingers in the depths of the mind. Does the universe have an edge? When we think of something expanding, we imagine it stretching outward into empty space, growing in size like a balloon being inflated. But the universe is not expanding into anything. It is simply expanding. Space itself is stretching, carrying galaxies farther apart, increasing the distance between them, without needing a physical edge to push against. If we could travel far enough, would we reach a place where the universe simply ends? The answer, according to our best understanding, is the universe does not appear to have an outer boundary. Instead, it is either infinitely large, or it curves back onto itself in ways that defy our traditional concepts of space. One way to visualize this is to imagine being on the surface of a sphere. If you were to travel in a straight line in any direction, you would never reach an edge. You would eventually find yourself back where you started. Some theories suggest that the universe might work in a similar way, an immense but finite shape, without boundary. But if there is no edge, what about beyond the observable universe? What could exist in the regions of space, so far away that their light has not had time to reach us? Beyond our cosmic horizon, galaxies continue to form and drift, following the same physical laws that govern everything we can see. These regions, though hidden from us, are just as real as the stars in our night sky. The light from them may one day reach us, as the universe continues to evolve. But there is a possibility that some parts of the universe are so distant that we will never see them, no matter how long we wait. This is because the universe is expanding at an accelerating rate. There are galaxies that are receding from us faster than the speed of light, not because they are moving through space at such speeds, but because space itself is stretching so quickly that their light can never close the gap. These unreachable galaxies may hold entirely different histories, untouched by our own. They could have formed under slightly different conditions, shaped by cosmic forces in ways we cannot imagine. And then, there is the even greater possibility, the multiverse. What if our universe is not the only one? What if beyond the cosmic horizon lie not just more galaxies, but entirely separate realms of existence? The idea of a multiverse suggests that our universe is just one of many, each governed by its own laws of physics, its own unique fabric of reality. Some of these universes might be eerily similar to ours, differing by only the smallest details. A single star in a different position, a world where history played out in another way. Others might be unimaginably alien, with laws of nature so different that they bear no resemblance to anything we know. There are several theories that suggest a multiverse could be real. One possibility comes from cosmic inflation, the idea that in the earliest moments after the Big Bang, space expanded at an exponential rate. Some versions of this theory propose that different regions of space could have stopped inflating at different times, creating separate universes, each with its own characteristic. Another possibility comes from quantum mechanics, which suggests that every time a choice is made, reality splits, forming new branches where every possible outcome plays out in a different universe. And then there is string theory, which proposes that beyond the familiar three dimensions of space and one of time, there may be additional hidden dimensions, curled up at unimaginably small scale. If this is true, there could be other universes existing in these hidden dimensions, right alongside our own, yet invisible to us. If a multiverse exists, could we ever detect it? Could we ever see the influence of another universe on our own? Some scientists believe that if two universes ever collided in the distant past, the imprint of that collision might still exist in the cosmic microwave background, the faint afterglow of the Big Bang. Some studies have even suggested hints of strange patterns in the CMB that might be evidence of contact with another universe, though nothing has been confirmed. Another possibility is that gravity, the weakest of the four fundamental forces, might be able to leak between universes. If this were true, it could explain why gravity is so much weaker than electromagnetism or the nuclear forces. Perhaps most of it is escaping into a parallel universe. And then, of course, there is the most intriguing possibility of all, that one day in the far future, humanity may find a way to travel beyond our universe, to step into the unknown, to explore the multiverse firsthand. For now, we remain travelers in our own universe, gazing out at the cosmic ocean, wondering what lies beyond. Every star we see is part of the same grand structure, part of the universe we call home. Yet even as we marvel at its vastness, we must accept that there are limits, boundaries set not by walls, but by time, by expansion, by the very nature of reality itself. But perhaps those limits exist only for now. Perhaps one day, our descendants will look beyond the cosmic horizon, not with wonder alone, but with understanding. Perhaps they will unlock the secrets of the multiverse, step beyond the constraints of our world, and set sail into a sea of infinite realities. And when that day comes, they will know what we have always suspected in our hearts, that the journey never ends, because the universe is not a destination.
As we drift beyond the furthest reaches of human understanding, we find ourselves suspended in a vast, unknowable expanse. A place where time and space become indistinct, where the familiar concepts of distance and direction dissolve into something else entirely. The stars we once navigated by have faded into the abyss, and we are left with only the hum of the cosmos itself, a gentle, eternal vibration resonating through the very fabric of existence. Here we are no longer bound by the constraints of observation. Beyond the cosmic horizon, where light has yet to reach us, lies a reality untouched by our knowledge, unshaped by our imagination. What secrets are hidden in the folds of space, beyond the limits of what we can perceive? What unseen forces guide the universe, shifting the currents of time and matter like invisible tides? We are drifting now, further into the void, further into the infinite unknown. The word infinity is one we use often, but its meaning is elusive. It is not simply something very large or very distant. It is something without boundary, without limit. It is a concept that defies the human mind's ability to comprehend, and yet in the vastness of space, we encounter it again and again. Is the universe infinite? Does it stretch forever? An endless plane of stars and galaxies with no end, no edges? Or does it curve back onto itself, a cosmic loop where traveling far enough in one direction would eventually return us to our starting point? If the universe is infinite, then somewhere out there, far beyond our ability to see, there must be another version of you. A version that made a different decision at a crucial moment. A version that exists in a reality slightly altered from your own. And if there are infinite possibilities, then every possible version of reality must exist somewhere. Universes where history played out differently, where the laws of physics themselves are unfamiliar. But if the universe is finite, then what lies beyond it? If there is an edge, what happens when we reach it? Do we simply stop? Does space end like the blank edge of a map? Or does it give way to something entirely new? Something beyond even the concept of space itself? These are questions with no clear answers. Only speculations. Only theories. Only whispers of possibilities. And yet as we drift further, we feel the pull of something greater. Something just beyond our grasp. Just beyond the edge of understanding. Floating in this infinite silence, we begin to perceive something strange. A whisper in the void. An echo from the past. It is neither sound nor light, but something deeper. Something woven into the fabric of reality itself. What if the universe is not alone? What if, beyond the limits of our sight, beyond even the limits of our own dimension, there exist traces of other realities? Shadows of worlds that never were. Fragments of futures that have not yet come to pass. Some scientists believe that the cosmos may be filled with ghosts of possibility, imprints of past events, distorted reflections of choices that were never made. Theories like quantum mechanics and the multiverse suggest that every decision, every action, every motion of an atom splits reality into countless different outcomes, each existing in its own separate thread of existence. If this is true, then space itself may be woven with these echoes, filled with subtle distortions, ripples where different versions of reality brush against one another.
Have we unknowingly drifted into one of these places? Are the patterns we see in the darkness not simply illusions, but shadows of another reality pressing against our own? We reach out, but there is nothing to touch. Only the quiet hum of the universe, the endless, unbroken silence of space. As we journey further, we begin to feel a presence, not a physical one, but a vast and incomprehensible force, something beyond time, beyond space. It is as if we have reached the final boundary of the universe, the place where the known world gives way to the unknown. If there is a true edge to the universe, then this must be it. A place where space itself unravels, where time loses its meaning, where the fabric of existence is stretched to its limit. Could this be the moment where the universe ends, or is it merely another transition, another doorway into something even greater? The laws of physics, the rules that govern all things, tell us that space must continue beyond this point, that reality must go on, even if we cannot perceive it. But what form does it take? Could it be that beyond this final boundary lies a place without time, where past, present, and future exist simultaneously? A place where existence itself takes on a new form, where the universe as we know it is only one small piece of a much larger puzzle. Or could this be the beginning of another universe, a new reality waiting to be born? Some theories suggest that beyond our universe lies another, and beyond that, another still. An endless chain of cosmic rebirths, where each universe gives rise to the next in an infinite cycle. Perhaps we are not at the end of the universe at all, but at its beginning. As we drift in this strange and unknowable place, we feel a deep sense of understanding, a realization that there is no final destination. The universe is not something that can be fully grasped, fully mapped, or fully understood. It is not a road with an endpoint, but an endless sea of possibilities, always stretching further, always inviting us to explore. Perhaps in some distant future, humanity will find a way to journey beyond the limits of our own universe, to step into the unknown, to reach across the barriers of reality itself. But for now, we are simply travelers, drifting through the cosmos, forever searching, forever wondering. We close our eyes and the stars continue to drift past, silent and eternal, whispering their stories in the language of light. The universe stretches onward without end, without limit, a vast and infinite dream. And as we float in its embrace, we realize something profound. The journey never ends, because we are part of the universe,